Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Spence-Crawford next.
You're going to make that happen?
Huh?
You're going to make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps and I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
All right. Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Now, strap season, y'all know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt.
All right.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the board. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switched codes, but he codes with focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God five. I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a peace, man. I ain't got no time for a peace, man. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up.
If I let my dogs off the leash, then you might want to get out of Dodge by the evening. Honestly, think it's not the blood and the beef. If they don't leave anything behind at the evening.
I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a... Cause when you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they wanna call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God five. I'm the kingpin.
What up, my peoples? What's up, my peopleization? What's happening with you today? So, you know what I'm saying? What's good, Courtney Thompson in the building, man? Cornerstone of Pool Counter Boxing, man. What's going on, fellas? You know, we're going to get down to some boxing, you know what I'm saying? But first off, you know what I'm saying? I'm like thinking about this goddamn Twitter war, right? Between Errol Spence Jr. and Courtney, between Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr., right? So, we have to all think about this shit. What's going on, Thomas Moreland? What's happening, my brother? And, you know, we got to put our minds to this shit because think about this shit, right? You know, I was watching, I'm going to put it on here in a second. I don't know how this shit's going to affect my channel or nothing like that, but I'm going to put it on and, you know, I was listening to Greg Hackett. I don't know if any of y'all watched the Greg Hackett interview. And he said some shit that made a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? And but I don't know. I'm confusion. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna put it on and then we're gonna chop it up. You know what I'm saying? I do want to wait for some more people to get in the building, but we gonna, you know what I'm saying, for the first ones here at Pool Counter Boxing. You know, you seen that shit too. I'm gonna put it on here. And you know, the shit made a lot of sense. That dude, him and Marty Manager, you know what I'm saying? Marty Manager on some other shit like I am, but this dude here, Greg Hack, he thinks outside the box. You know what I'm saying? He really do. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with everything he says. Like he think that Crawford is gonna, you know, he thinks Spence is gonna put a lot of pressure and put Terrence Crawford in some situations, but he think Crawford is gonna stop Spence. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we're gonna look at what the hell Greg Hackett has to say. And I like his breakdowns. He's a pretty cool dude. Let me see if I can get this here on so we can all check this shit out. But he was pretty on point. You know what I'm saying? About some of the things he was saying. And I like his breakdowns. He seemed like he's an honest dude. And I just like the way his swag is, the way he come down, how it comes down when he talk. You know what I'm saying? He don't seem like he be on no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He just seemed like he kind of straight up. So I'm gonna start it from where I wanted to hear what he was talking about. And it makes sense. Here we go.
You got Earl, you got Bud, and then the truth that I believe, this shit is all planned. I believe this shit is all a gimmick. And the reason I believe it's a gimmick is because it's almost too easy for them to go back and forth. When you really mean something, like when you're really serious about something, you're going to say what you got to say. And that's the last time you're going to say it. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. And then when I look at the two men, I'm like, these two grown-ass men, they got families. And these motherfuckers on Twitter, and they going back and forth. Listen.
Now, when you think about it, I'm going to stop it every now and then because I don't want to get a copyright strike and kind of talk in between it, you know what I'm saying? But y'all seen that shit, so that makes sense. Now, these two guys are great family men, right? And you know what I'm saying? This makes a lot of sense because these two dudes do not go on and on Twitter, even on their own. They send cryptic tweets and they both got kind of the same style when they putting out information. And all of a sudden, they like two lawyers going back and forth, right? So let me play some more of it because I'm gonna have to take these breaks so I don't get a copyright strike, you know what I'm saying, until I can figure out how to play it all in one piece.
I talk a lot of shit. I'm not about to sit here and be typing a lot of shit. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna keep doing it, like going back there. Like you said, they was ripping that shit for like 3 hours. I went to sleep on some of that shit.
Yo, I did a video. I wake up, it was like 8 tweets that came afterwards.
Yeah, like they was going hard. Then De La Hoya chimed in. Like this shit got crazy. I honestly think, after thinking about everything, Al Heyman is a mastermind, and I believe, honestly, just myself, that.
So Hackett thinks that Al Heyman is behind this shit. You know what I'm saying? He think that, he's just using this little beef to build up the fight. And I thought that was a really interesting take on it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like watching this Greg Hackett, because he kind of look at it from a fighter's point of view. And he knows the business, he knows some of the business of how they move and how they promote, and some of the schemes in which they try to promote fights. You know what I'm saying? Courtney Thompson says, he says, when I seen it, I said the world we live in today, this is a brilliant way to get free promotion. Yeah. And if you think of it from just that point of view alone, man, yeah, I could see some shit going down like that. You know what I'm saying? They trying to, because Bud don't really sell. So how can they get Bud to sell? Create a beef. Create the, bring up the drama, turn up the drama notch a lot. And that makes a lot of sense, you know what I'm saying, if they want to raise the pay-per-view sales for this fight. So let's listen to more what Greg Hackett had to say.
He told Bud, listen, if they're gonna give you that money over there, young man, go get that money, right? I'm gonna make this fight with Thurman. Why? Because it ain't a bad fight. It's a good fight. It's a respectable fight. Anybody that don't respect Thurman and Spence fighting, then they just don't love boxing. Because, yeah, we want to see him and Bud, but at the same time, this is a great fight. Keith Thurman is one loss in, and it's only to Pacquiao, and it wasn't by knockout. I respect Keith Thurman at the end of the day. I respect all.
So a lot of people, a lot of boxers, what's going on, Just Do Boxing? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Y'all subscribe to Just Do Boxing, man. You know how he put it down. He is a real heavy hitter now, in this boxing talk world. You know what I'm saying? He came in, just splash, you know what I'm saying, and just putting it down like he's been doing this shit for years. But, you know what I'm saying, I do respect, you know what I'm saying, the way Greg is breaking this down, because if you look at it from that point of view, you know what I'm saying, you got to get Keith Thurman in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? And, I was like, fuck Keith Thurman. And I really, you know what I'm saying, was pissed off at the things he was doing in boxing, running off with the belts. And, you know what I'm saying, he was like really holding up boxing and shit. But Keith Thurman is a hell of a fucking fighter. We got to give it to him. You know what I'm saying? So we can't like really X him out, because he still have a name at the 147 division. And he was only beaten by Pacquiao, right? And you know what I'm saying, which you could really argue that Keith Thurman, you know, because it was, you know, it really wasn't unanimous in my eyes. It was more of a split decision because Keith came back in the later half, and I believe if we would have been going 15 rounds, I don't think Manny Pacquiao would have made it out of that because Keith found his groove and he started, you know, making it happen. If it wasn't for that body shot in the 10th round, that's what kind of sealed it. That's what kind of sealed it for Manny Pacquiao. But he just kind of skated by, and you could see that was kind of like the last hurrah for Manny Pacquiao, and he really showed his champion pedigree. But let's see what more of what you know, Greg Hackett got to say. I got to break it like this so they don't copyright strike my ass. So, you know what I'm saying?
All fighters, I talk my shit, I do, but I respect all fighters because it's tough just getting in there. But that's a respectable fight. So I believe that Al Heyman said, you know what? Go over there and get that money from Black Prime. Let them do what they gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and occupy Spence with this Thurman fight, and y'all two go ahead and get the soap opera popping. And next year we go ahead and get it done. That's what I believe. That's what it came down to because I can't figure out why two grown men is going back and forth like this. I can't figure it out, especially two guys who really not social media guys. Had this been Ryan Garcia versus Jake Paul, I'd be like, oh, all right, because that's what they into. These is two dudes that's not really into that. Earl, early in his career, was shutting shit down. People try to play with him during.
So it makes a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? It do make a lot of sense. Greg makes a lot of sense here. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, we just want to see the goddamn fight. We don't care about no damn build-up. Because, you know, we're hardcore boxing fans, so we have a different point of view. See what I'm saying? We already think these guys are, you know what I'm saying, what they are, and we're going to buy the fight. So we don't give a damn about no build-up. Well, you know, if it's going to be some real drama. But these two guys, they done seen it all. They done it all. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to get shook like that. And I just said, damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm all in my, you know what I'm saying, in my boxing hardcore mind. I'm just like, shit, man, let's get it on. We on the eve of the fight, and then some bullshit happens, and I'm not thinking they're gonna build this shit up by delaying the shit and try to fight next year. You know what I'm saying? So that throws hardcore boxing fans off because we just want to see the goddamn fight. And Kelly said, this wasn't a build up. Okay, that's what we're talking about today. He said this shit turning people away from the fight. It turning hardcore boxing fans away, but casuals don't know the shit that we know, is what I'm saying. So let's go back and see more of we'll finish up what Greg got to say, then we'll chop up on what he's talking about here. So let me see. You know, I gotta keep making these little breaks so these motherfuckers don't.
Interviews, say little shit. You'd be like, all right, get the fuck out of here. And if you pay attention to the over time when they be on Twitter, they don't say much. Earl always short. He give you one sentence, two sentences, maybe.
They was using words like, there's no disrespect. They was using words like provisions and
that's it. Now listen. I wasn't gonna go into that, but now that you said it, right? I'm sitting here like somebody typing that shit for Earl. Because Earl, it was getting too deep with the words.
Yeah, the language,
quotation marks, and everything. I
ain't saying Earl's not an intelligent guy because I don't know him that well, but at the same time, the verbiage that was used, it was like, yo, this shit was ready to go.
That's what I'm saying. Like these clips was already loaded. So it kind of made me feel like, man, you know what? They building the fight. And what better way to build it than the most popular platform right now, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. You know what I'm saying? These are the most popular platforms, and they're using it to their ability. And I think next year we will see Spence and Crawford.
Okay. That's what I want.
That shit was very entertaining.
It was funny.
And the fact.
Okay, that's what I wanted to use. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to use no more of their shit because you know how they do. What's going on inside the square circle? Y'all subscribe to Inside the Square Circle, man. You know what I'm saying? He got that heat over there, bro. For real. What you think about that? What you think about that, Sal? I mean, King Judah.
Yeah, man, I don't I actually don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why a lot of people, you know, I guess, you know, this boxing talk, so everybody had their own opinion. You know, everybody don't know exactly what's going on, so we come up with our own theories, but I don't agree at all that this was purposely planned to promote the fight. At the end of the day, man, I just don't believe that Terrence Crawford ever wanted to fight Errol Spence. And if you think about it, bro, as a man, the more, because you know, in any fight you get into as a man, you know that you have a chance that you can lose that fight. But you know, the glory that you have even in your losses, that you know, from the moment this fight started, from the wordplay to the hands being thrown, that you carried yourself like a man. That's what allowed you to keep your head here high, whether you win or lose. But if you look at somebody like the way Terrence Crawford been acting, he can't afford to lose with the shit he been doing, Paul. So I feel like we have even a less opportunity of watching this fight go down, because Terrence Crawford was never confident in the stuff he done said and the way he done played it. Man, you're not gonna survive a loss at this point. That's gonna be the end of your reputation.
Right.
And that's what I feel, man. I don't believe this all done to build this fight up. I believe that Terrence Crawford never wanted this fight, and he talked himself out of this fight and let everybody know, because you know he was doing damage control earlier, saying, well, you know, I don't need Spence and I'm already in the Hall of Fame. Like, you know, this dude was telling us what he was gonna do from jump.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to set up the next clip. Let me see.
Yeah. And I don't know who is that dude Hackett. I heard of him, but I mean, is he a trainer or what?
He was a fighter, you know what I'm saying? He was a fighter, and you know, I don't think he did too well. You know what I'm saying? Hackett, but he be breaking. You know how motherfuckers be so fighters, but excellent trainers.
Yeah.
And they can break down fights, like, you know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman just happened to be a great fighter that can break down fights, but he has really good insight, man. If you just check out some of his interviews, some of his shit be off, but you know what I'm saying?
Like
pretty much
talking, especially when it's non-biased, because you know, if you ask him about a fighter he don't like him, but you know that dude biased as hell. But like, you know, if you ask him about a fight, like if he don't like you, he gonna be biased as hell. But so is that fight finalized? Did they come out and say, did they make that fight official yet? Keith Thurman and
well, some people say it's confirmed, but then, you know, I mean, I think it's pretty much confirmed, because it looked like it's all going in that direction. If he's not going to fight Terrence Crawford, he's definitely probably going to fight Keith Thurman. Somebody keep trying to bring like Bouts. Either Bouts going to be on his card, or they're trying to slide a surprise. He's supposed to be making an announcement supposedly this week, Errol Spence Jr., about who he was going to be fighting next. And but most likely it's probably going to be Keith Thurman, because man, if he fight Bouts, that's going to be you know, out of pocket, but that's going to be something like Ali Frazier type shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Because that boy is a heart attack. I could see Earl breaking him down, but to take a risk like that and not fight Terrence Crawford first, you know what I'm saying? I think it's got to be.
I like Bouts, bro. I'm not talking down on Bouts, but if you look at the facts of the situation, bro, fighting Bouts right now is pointless to Errol Spence. Keith Thurman do more for Bouts. I mean, do more for his career, his resume than Bouts right now.
Well, legacy. Well, I mean, you know, yeah, you're right. He has the seniority, and he has the accolades. You know, having been unified and shit. So on that side, yeah, you're right about that. But when it comes to, I think Boots would destroy fucking Thurman right now, because I don't think.
Of course. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'm looking at it from a hardcore boxing fan point of view. What's going on? Let me holler at some of my people. I don't want them to think I'm ignoring them. What's going on, Just Do in the building, man? You know what I'm saying? I love how he be throwing it down. I be going in there just to learn some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he be all on them new fighters or the fighters, the obscure fighters that shows potential over at Top Rank in different places. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time, man. You know, I used to be on that Aston serving. I think he's on BLK Prime. I used to be all over them goddamn prospects, but Just Do be keeping up with that shit. You know what I'm saying? He be bringing it out in the backstories, and I love how in depth he is. He's dedicated to the sport of boxing, and so that's what I love about his channel. You know what I'm saying? Grown Man Boxing, what's going on, brother? Just Do says, he said, hey, Pool, he says, I truly appreciate you always showing love and support. We're going on 11 months and we just got started. Yeah, bro, you know what I'm saying? But I love your dedication. You coming on 2-3 times a day. That's what's up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I be tuning in sometimes, you know, well, most times, you know, I be in there and I'm going to chop it up with you when I can. Dungeon Talk says, salute, Pool and chat. And Dungeon Talk says, Grown Man Boxing was good. And what's going on, Yolanda? I see you in there. I appreciate you sliding through, my queen. What's happening with you? And Slime says this wasn't a build-up. You know, Slime will say if you want to come up, Slime, you can. He says he said this shit turned people away from the fight. And Yolanda, once again, my queen, she said, "What's up?" Let me see what's going on. Grown Man Boxing. Dungeon Talk says he says he out, man. I love YSM, bro. YSM be getting them interviews, don't especially. He must be living in Philly or something because he's always in that boots camp. You know what I'm saying? He kind of remind me of what's his name? Reporting, you know what I'm saying? Always was in Mikey Garcia camp. Yeah, Elliot's setback. You know what I'm saying? He was always in Mikey Garcia camp. He's like, damn, do the nigga live in they gym? Does he sleep in a damn room behind the, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because he was always there. And now this dude, he's always in boots camp, you know what I'm saying, and getting all the, you know what I'm saying, talking to Coach L and getting this dude, Greg Hackett, some really good moments, you know, talking about boxing and some of the breakdowns. I just be like, damn, I never thought of it that way. You know, even when I'm breaking down a fight, you know, Greg, you know, he'll give you like some insight from a fighter point of view. And I'm like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? This dude, he be on it. So yeah, I watch him too, man. That's one of my favorite dudes. And Renee Box Young, bro, is in the building, man. What's going on, Renee Box Young? Renee Box Young, man, he's another one to be putting it down. You know what I'm saying? He's, you know, more versatile when it comes to boxing, you know what I'm saying? Because he gonna talk about the lighter weight divisions. He's gonna talk about Valdez, and you know, he's going to follow everything in box. He don't just cover, you know what I'm saying, the Errol Spence Jr. and the Terrence Crawfords, and you know, I don't either. You know what I'm saying? I try to get down into the super flyweights because I like that division, and you know, saying the Oscar Valdez's and stuff like that. But a lot of people are not interested in those lighter weights. You know what I'm saying? But I love them. You know what I'm saying? Because they really be getting into it. When you get down to like the super flyweights, they go at it, bro. The champions fight each other down there. That's why I like that. But I don't have a lot of time to cover all of boxing like that. And Renee Box Young, he tried to cover it all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So if you like, you know what I'm saying, all the boxing and covering everything, you know what I'm saying, you'll love Renee Box Young. You know what I'm saying? And I love their balanced approach. You know what I'm saying? You know me, I'm gonna tell you who I'm biased about. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hide shit. I'm just let you know. You know what I'm saying? You know who I'm rooting for and all that stuff. So, but I'm gonna try to give it to you the best way. I'm gonna give you the other side of it too. Whoever want to come up and, you know what I'm saying, speak for their people. You know what I'm saying? Speak for their fighter. I'm gonna allow that. I'm gonna allow them to have a voice over here. You know what I'm saying? I just like to hear different perspectives. I'm gonna give you mine, and I want to hear everybody else shit too. And Renee Box Young, he is good about keeping the balance over there. Him and LeVar Cooper. You know what I'm saying? They're a good, great team. You know what I'm saying? So Dungeon Talk, you know what I'm saying? He says for nine said the word Spence used was contract words. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know there were contract words, but you know, I mean, I don't know Spence like that. I mean, I don't know how in depth he goes with the knowledge and, you know, the education and nothing like that. But, you know, it did seem kind of like the shit was kind of loaded. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, some of the verbiage that was used, you know, I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, but that's what we're trying to figure out. Renee Box Young said, I feel Spence and Bud fight and Bud lose, he will retire after. And no doubt, he's at the end of his career. And he said he don't want to fight, you know what I'm saying, why he, you know, get old and shit. And he's probably pretty rich as it is right now, you know what I'm saying? We just want to see him fight Spence, and everybody pissed at him because this nigga taking another he's turning away. And if this fight never happens, then you know, black people, we gonna chip his name off the goddamn pyramid. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take his name right up off there. Dungeon Talk said, yeah, he said he makes a point 100. Yeah. What's going on, Greeks with Fire? We back, no doubt. I was tired as hell too. You know what I'm saying? But I said, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna come on here and chop it up. And Just Dubai says Keith Thurman do have a contract for a Spence fight, but the problem is he's like 170 pounds, shaking my head, nowhere near welterweight. But we already know that Keith Thurman is a hustler. He gonna do what he got to do, you know what I'm saying, to make that weight, you know what I'm saying, because if he can make over $10 million, you know what I'm saying? You seen this girl, you know what I'm saying? They be getting these expensive women, you know what I'm saying, be looking good and what they call these chicks nowadays, these hot girls, what they
Trophy
call them, a
women.
boss chick. They be getting these
Oh
boss chicks. You know what I'm saying? They be getting boss chicks with the $1,000 Chanel bags and what they call it, bourbon bags, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
Birkin,
they
yeah.
got the Birkin bags. They got to work. You know what I'm saying? They got to get these damn fights because if they that money drop, you know what I'm saying? Hoes gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying? You see Scottie Pippen. You know what I'm saying? He shit out of luck. You know what I'm saying? It says Renee says just to my guy. And let's see, let's go down. Is that Renee says he said, yeah, I remember that. He said Setback was a freaking obsessed with Mikey Garcia thing. He said in the gym, man, he said, I think he lived there. Yeah, every interview, I was like, God damn, Mikey Garcia, he got his opinion on everything. You know what I'm saying? Mikey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And when Mikey Garcia got his ass whipped, it was like, hey Errol, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? He was over there in that goddamn Spence camp and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy. I was like, man, you done put Mikey down like that, man. You know what I'm saying? He says, but respect to Sec, he said he working definitely. Oh yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? He put more work in the game. He kind of he be up where he used to be up there with Blue Blood, but I think Blue Blood just kind of outwork everybody. You know what I'm saying? That nigga, I don't think he ever go to sleep, man. And they get like 2 hours of sleep, he back up. You know what I'm saying? 24 hours a day. He's his own network, dropping videos and shit like that. But Renee says, yeah, that's true. He said the sport's so deep, it's impossible to cover it all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Especially, if you like all the boxing. You know what I'm saying? So what y'all think about that, man? What you think about that, Charles,
I agree with King Judah, man. I don't think it's a build up for. I think that Spence didn't expect that live video, but the reason why I think it's real is because I don't think anybody caught this, but I found this real tasteless on Buzz, and when he mentioned that he talked to Al and he threw out there that Al's mom was sick. That's something you don't throw out there. You don't know if he wanted to keep that a secret or not. If
Well,
you go back and if you go back
mhm.
listen to his live, he kind of exposed that, and it was kind of like, "Dang, bro! Like, what if Al didn't want nobody to know his mom was sick?"
Well, I think he was nervous though. You know what I'm saying? He was just
Mm-hmm.
he was trying. You know how you be trying to pause. You know what I'm saying, and trying to see, gather his
Mm-hmm.
thoughts for what he could put out there next. And I think that was just something. You know what I'm saying? He was reaching, and
Yeah.
he brought that out, trying to get to the next point he can smear EJ on. He
Mm-hmm.
he had to stretch it out. You know what I'm saying? And that just seemed like one of them weird things. But before he said he
Yeah.
couldn't get Al Heyman. He said he couldn't get to sit down with Al Heyman. So it's just a lot of
Lies.
inconsistencies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a lot of lies and that people don't hold them accountable for. That's why it's impossible like to get clarity. You know what I'm saying, with his
Mm-hmm.
fans. You know what I'm saying, they don't listen to the things that he's saying. You know what I'm saying. But I
Mm-hmm.
was like, but could this be built up? You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to Blue Blood and I'm listening to him talking about there was no budget for the fight. Then he's coming out with the Floyd Mayweather shit. And I'm so tired of goddamn Floyd Mayweather, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying? That's my nigga and everything. But man, I'm telling you, man, I'm so tired of listening to Floyd always going against the grain of every fucking thing. So sometimes it makes you feel like it is a big setup because we know Floyd, you know what I'm saying? He will build up some bullshit. And he loves controversy and drama. And he already said that if you can get into the fans' emotions, that you can make a fight sell. Right. And that's his philosophy, you know what I'm saying? To get the fans to feel a certain kind of way, hatred or whatever, anger, love, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? He just want to move your emotion, you know what I'm saying, so you can make this fight sell. So if they could make everybody hate Bud, guess what? That means pay-per-view sales. You see what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers, he got to wear the black hat. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Errol is the angel in this situation. Bud already, his reputation, everything is already fucked up. So it would make sense to go ahead and press that villain button. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To make his sides, to make themselves grow, because he can't grow his sides, you know what I'm saying, unless he, make himself, you know what I'm saying, more abrasive and more, you know what I'm saying, trollish, and you know what I'm saying, just
Yeah.
like Floyd used to do against the Mexicans, coming out there with the Mexican garb, you know what I'm saying, and wearing a big sombrero with the green and the white and the red, you know what I'm saying, and just trolling and shit. So maybe he's listening to Floyd, you know what I'm saying? And hey, man, it's coming up with this bullshit just to build a fight. And I'm just thinking maybe that's pretty logical, or I just hate that the other alternative is that he's just pussy punk ass and he don't want that smoke. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? It's like the
Yep.
other side is dismal. You know what I'm saying? That means we ain't gonna get the fight. That means he's just gonna avoid EJ, hold on to the WBO, hope that Errol fights Keith, you know what I'm saying, and then move up to 154, and then what we got? You know what I'm saying? We ain't got shit.
Mm-hmm. And you
You know
know
what I'm
what,
saying?
Spence? You know what, Bud? When Spence threw all that information out, Bud never really confirmed if Spence was lying. That's the funny thing about it that Bud fans didn't catch. Bud never denied it about the 3-city tour. Everything that Bud Spence had mentioned, he never denied it. He never said, "No, that ain't true." So basically, like right in front of everybody, he showed that he ducked. And then on top of that, Spence said a key word. He said, "If I'm not telling the truth, post the draft." Bud never posted the draft.
And we didn't expect him to either. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
knew
But
he
it
Yeah.
wouldn't.
seemed like, so what now? Go ahead, King Judah.
Yeah, I said I knew he wouldn't, bro. Like I told him when I first heard the whole interview, bro. I'm good at finding loopholes. While a lot of people they good at going back after the fact and then picking apart what people said and finding inconsistencies. I'm good at finding that while you talking. So I was listening to the inconsistency why he was doing his live, and the first thing that stuck out to me was when he kept saying, "Yeah, I called Errol." And usually when people tell them the story, a lot of times, bro, they tell you just how they said it. So when he was like, "Yeah, I called Errol," and I'm like, "Hey, man, I got these dudes with 25 mil." He said, and he probably told that to Errol just like that. And Errol think about, man, what dudes is you talking about? Like, you want me to drop everything I got going on? I'm way more successful than you when it comes to selling fights. You want me to drop everything that I know for sure for what you think you got going on? Man, you ain't never sold more than me.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I listen to you about some dudes that you know will give you 25 million?
Yep.
Yeah, that shit don't even make no sense.
That don't make no
You know what I'm
sense.
saying? I mean, just the whole story is just, I mean, how do we expect the world to believe? I mean, look like you would have put some, you know what I'm saying, put a suit on that thing. You know what I'm saying? That shit came out raggedy. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? At least clean up the language. Don't make it seem like it's so rough. Hey man, yeah, I came to Earl and he was clapping his hands together. He was, hey, I know I got a guy, I got people.
That's what I'm
It's like,
saying,
what's
bro.
like,
Mm-hmm.
what's
Everything was so vague, bro. We talking businesses for millions of dollars, bro. Don't be vague with me when we talking about that kind of money. I need to
Right.
know. I need to know facts. I need to know names. I need to know all this.
Well, the thing that got me was he told me he want to sit down in person, and you could do this shit over Zoom. You know what I'm saying? You could do business over Zoom. You could do business. People don't. You know what I'm saying? Have to meet in person. Why do you have to be in person?
Right.
Sit down in person. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's just just a little, like something I'm talking, just a little stickler or whatever. But it just makes sense that, say he would have had the information for him since they were just talking one on one. Say you don't have to be vague with Earl. You know what I'm saying? If you're talking one on one about business, hey,
Mm-hmm.
this guy named Johnson, Devin Johnson or whatever, I'm saying? He want to put up the money. He's rich, he's a billionaire out of da 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 da, or whatever. This is his company, and they're all putting their money together into a hedge fund so we can make this fight. And that would have been so damn simple. But with this whole vague shit, it's just kind of like weird. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so, I don't know, he just kind of did himself a kind of disservice for
You
when
know
he
what though,
came
Floyd
out.
too? If that Daniel Shanahan guy has any ties to this, Bud going to jail.
Well, I don't. I think Bud is. I mean, I think I think Floyd is further enough away. He's just getting the smoke aroma off of the fight. He's just, you know what I'm saying, like an instigator, you know what I'm saying? He's on the outside. I don't think he's dealing with the business of the fight. I think he's just he got his own production company and maybe he got a percentage. I don't know what's going on over there at PBC. I don't know how that shit's structured. I don't get it.
I was talking about Daniel Kinahan, my man's who's won it, that used to be Buzz advisor.
No, I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying I don't know how that would fit in if they was to do that deal. I don't think he could be. I don't think it would be PBC would have a hand in it. This would just be EJ and the hedge fund. That it wouldn't include. I think Terrence Crawford. He's been trying to not do business with the PBC. For some reason, he hates the PBC. You know what I'm saying? All that shit are running around the world. You know what I'm saying? Before he signed up, signed up with BLK Prime, his whole mission has been not to sign with the PBC. And I don't know what the hell, PBC he got against it. And before he said it was a EJ company, it was an Errol Spence Jr. company. Oh, EJ is just a damn subcontractor. You see what I'm saying? He ain't he don't own the PBC. He don't own part of the PBC. He just over there working and getting, whatever fights. He's a contractor, you know what I'm saying, with the PBC. You know what I'm saying? So, but for some reason, Bud, got that ghetto mentality. He had like that's all that represents the whole company represents Errol Spence Jr. No, they could represent you too, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you could have been represented for a while and been big over at the PBC, win or lose. You know what I'm saying? You could have lost to Keith Thurman and beat Porter. You could have beat Porter and Danny Garcia and lose to Keith Thurman. And it would have been okay. And you would have made a shitload of money. You know what I'm saying?
I really think it's a jealousy thing with him. The reason why I think he has so much animosity towards PBC because he knows that if he goes over there, he's not the top guy Errol is, and he don't like the fact of Errol being on top of him in anything.
Well, y'all know Bud don't like the deal. If you look at his track record, bro, like just call it a spade, bro. Bud not in the business of making money with black people or putting money or being a catalyst to put money in somebody's black hands. Look at his track record, bro. We already know who he's been dealing with. And the moment he wasn't dealing with Bob Arum, he tried to run to yet another crooked white man in Kinahan. That's his MO. I'm gonna tell y'all something else a lot of people don't pay. I'm gonna tell you something about, because you gotta, when you judge people about their mentality or their mindset, you gotta go way back. Look at this dude mindset when they tell you that he ran into Kenny Porter. This a grown-ass man, bro. You a teenager, and he was about to throw hands with a grown man. That's the lack of respect he have for another black man. But you mean to tell me you would turn around and you would let a white man talk about you like you ain't shit in front of the whole world? People trying to back you up. The Spence tried to back you up. The fans tried to back you up. Other black fighters tried to back you up. You told us, no, I know Bob's heart. He didn't mean it like that. His heart. So they let y'all know what type of dude Bud really is. And then I'm gonna end it with this. That's just like when people when they kept telling everybody, hey man, look, boycott Spence fight. Don't buy Spence fight. They don't support black business, bro. Bud Crawford never supported black business, and he never been in the business of making money with black people.
Bud he ain't used to betting on himself, man. He don't want to take no risks. He wants somebody else to take all the risks. That's why he think somebody owed him something, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think it's more. He did take a risk, and he failed. He took a risk with Amir Khan. You know what I'm saying? He took a risk. He had a couple of pay-per-view fights, and they just didn't do well. So he don't have no faith in his marketing ability. You know what I'm saying? But he don't understand. This is his first big fight. People are going to pay and come to see him fight a Errol Spence Jr. They're not going to come to see him fight David Avenesians of the world. You know what I'm saying? So you need a good.
And he let Bob Arum take out his confidence, man.
Yeah, that's they call it delusions of grandeur. That's what Bud got. He think it's all about me, so he don't understand the facts of the matter is that look, you're not Errol Spence. You don't sell like Errol Spence. In his mindset, he like, hey, I'm Terrence Crawford. It don't matter who I fight. People gonna come watch me. That's delusions of grandeur, man. You ain't never.
This fight gonna be a real wake up call, bro.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let y'all get it, bro. But like, that's why I feel like boxing is being divided because Poole County, you brought it up before. You said, man, a lot of this stuff now is about people just wanting to see their favorite fighters take easy fights because they just want to see their favorite fighters keep winning. They don't care who they fight. They want to see knockouts and they want to see their favorite fighters winning. I agree with that, but I feel like right now this our last stand as real fight fans, bro. We need to put our foot on their necks. All I talk right now to this point, bro. All I talk about now, I'm just exposing the people who don't really have the spirit of a fighter. And I'm calling them out on their bullshit. That's like me, bro. I want, man, the next video I'll probably do is probably be after this Bud Crawford fight, just to tell people how I didn't watch this shit and how and to talk about how I'm glad the shit didn't sell. That's what I mean.
I understand some of these cats, they fighting to feed their family. You know what I'm saying? I they don't love fighting, they just fighting to feed their family. And I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? And like, but Bud, like he ain't fighting for legacy. He fighting to feed his family, but he try to make it seem like he fighting for legacy. That's what my disconnect come in at. Where he disrespecting Earl, acting like Earl running this shit. When you know and good damn well you don't want to fight. You don't want to take a challenge, bro. You don't want no goddamn. You don't want no legacy fights. You don't want to take a risk on yourself, man. That's what my disagreement come with it at. If you fighting for money, just say that, then, motherfucker. Don't try to act like you want to be the best, but you fighting for money. That ain't no good, bro. Don't lie to the fans, bro.
Well, my thing is don't move the goalposts. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? If you pound for pound 3 division champion and you was undisputed at 140, okay, y'all making it seem like it's about the legacy. His fans are making it seem like it's all about legacy. But when he comes up against somebody who might beat his ass, now he's fighting for money. It's about money now. You know what I'm saying? Before it was about, you know, saying being undisputed and being all this and have. See, you don't go back and repeat your accolades when you still got work to do. You see what I'm saying? You still building your legacy. Nobody care about your accolades. They care about what you're gonna do in the future. You see what I'm saying? So with Terrence Crawford, they act like his career is already over because they keep trying to put him over Errol Spence Jr., right? Just like they always looking at Manny Pacquiao career to put over Floyd Mayweather, even though Floyd Mayweather beat him. You know what I'm saying? Well, you see Manny Pacquiao, he's fighting the young fights. Floyd never done that. Or that's why he's, even Max Kellerman was saying that he was saying that Manny Pacquiao legacy is better than Floyd Mayweather. But how can that be? He beat Manny Pacquiao. So, you know what I'm saying? So they constantly trying to, change the narrative, you know what I'm saying, or to move the goalposts to put one fighter over another just by perception. You know what I'm saying? And that gets on my goddamn nerves, you know what I'm saying, when I see them, like they try to tear Devin Haney down, or they try to tear Jamel Charlo down, you know what I'm saying? They come out with language in those boxing articles that that you never heard before. They'll say that Devin fighting lesser competition, or they'll never say that about Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Now I have been seeing some recent shit where they're saying that his competition ain't stellar, but they'll definitely say that about black fighters. They chopped up Jamal, saying how he don't deserve a fight because saying Derevyanchenko, they downplayed. Derevyanchenko came out of a war with Triple G, so and he can't get a Canelo fight because fighting this and that. I said, bro, when have you ever heard boxing writers talk like that, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he needs to step up his fight and fight David Benavidez. So it's like they always try to pit the black fighters to fight the best and the dangerous fights, but they never, like the Canelos and the Triple Gs, they never point them towards danger, or they never try to, at least talk about who they're not fighting or why they're not fighting. You know what I'm saying? But for the black fighters, they'll make sure they put them on track to have a head-on collision with the best and brightest in the division. So that kind of shit just kind of gets on my damn nerves. And let me shout out William Old School. What's going on, bro? You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to miss you there, cause I don't be seeing you sometimes, and I just want to make sure you get acknowledged out there, my brother. You know what I'm saying? And let's see. Eric Johnson says Bud been moving funny. He said, I hear you, but this nigga scared. He said, and if he wasn't, why his team talking about that boy got some hard times to go through? He said they want EJ to fight Boots. They're scared. And I wanted to put this out there. I think EJ knows some shit, because these fighters always have spies in camps. And he said something vague about, you need to stop doing that shit over there. And you know what I'm talking about. What the hell y'all think Spence was talking about?
Let me say this, bro. I just got into an argument with a dude on YouTube about this, bro. He dropped the video. So basically, his video, you know how YouTube, you can frame a video and make it anything you want. If you can sway people, you can make them believe what you want. So his video is basically saying that Bud know that EJ over there on some type of steroids. So what I did was I commented, I said, bro, it's funny that you insinuating that Spence may be on steroids, but it's Bud who was training under Victor Conte, a known drug chief. So this dude gonna come back to me. He respond back to me, oh boy, you don't know what you talking about. You stupid. Bud never trained with Victor Conte. Well, I went back. Now he done pissed me off. So I said, well, Bud was training under Snack, and Victor Conte owns Snack. Moron. I let him know he a moron. So when he found out that I was telling the truth, all he can come back is, man, don't come to my channel disrespecting me. Nah, motherfucker, you disrespecting me because I told you was wrong. And now you mad because I exposed that you was wrong. So that's all I want to say. I'm thinking that Bud was trying to insinuate that Errol Spence was on some type of performance-enhancing drug. But I want to point out to people who don't know that it's Bud Crawford and not Errol Spence who was training under Victor Conte and taking his supplements, a known drug chief.
If EJ was on drugs, why the fuck you trying to fight him so bad? And why you just not bringing that shit up? That ain't be capping,
well, I think it's projection, because if you ever noticed from the Crawford camp, anything that is said or they glean that people are saying about him, he tried to put it out there on Errol.
And he's the one who been gaining all that muscle. Bud the one who been bulking up like that shit.
Yeah, he put on like 10 pounds of muscle. He was flexing and wrestling, picking up heavy weights, all type of shit, showing us he got that good Conte cocktail up in him.
He need to check his bloodstream.
Right. But they operate like a political think tank. You know what I'm saying? Like anything they hear, they try to throw it back at EJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, like if you hear steroids, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody think Crawford is ducking, they'll say Errol Spence Jr. is ducking. So I just noticed that they do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. My bad, go ahead, Paul. I was just saying when they were stalling out that fight shit, I had brought up, I was like, man, what if this nigga Bud trying to get some shit out of his system, bro? Because he been bulking up and shit, trying to start this fight, man. And that's might be why he's trying to put it on EJ. Yeah, he's trying to put that shit on EJ. He just hate EJ, man. That's the whole thing. EJ is everything he want to be, bro. He see that love EJ get. You see how mellow EJ is. And he just don't like it. Because didn't EJ come up like a couple years after Bud?
Yeah, he younger than Bud.
Yeah, he probably brought some of them boots EJ had and shit when he was out there in the field. You know what I'm saying? Probably riding around on horses and shit. Trying to emulate everything he's doing. So Jaden, go ahead.
Say, did you see that video that Marty the manager put up? Y'all saw that video?
Yeah, where he was breaking it down.
That motherfucker cold, bro. He cold with that shit.
He be following that shit closely. He be breaking out any inconsistency. You know what I'm saying? That Bud be saying, you know what I'm saying? He be breaking that shit down. But we all know you don't really have to be Marty the manager to catch everything that Bud be missing. Not only do he be vague, he be incoherent, and then the shit he be saying, he just be trolling. Saying like when he was talking about EJ, I'm a boss, I'm a real boss, but EJ ain't the boss because he has to report to Al Heyman. Well, if anybody know, kind of mute yourself, bro. He said, if anybody know that, damn, I got a lot of backfeed. See, if anybody, Al Heyman is his manager, so he works for EJ. It ain't that he has to report. It's just that this man know more about business. You know what I'm saying? He handles EJ's business. And if you're not, you're a fighter, so you don't know everything about business. Yeah, you got the final say, but you know what I'm saying, you want people around you that know more about the business aspect and how shit work, that shit could work in your advantage. So, it's just kind of this more troll, disingenuous shit from Spence-Crawford to be talking about EJ is not his own boss, so that's important for him to destroy EJ image. Say he wants to shit on EJ image any chance he get, and it just kind of shows a real small petty ass dude. You know
And
what
do
I'm
you know
saying?
who he had the nerve to? He had the nerve to pick Errol Spence's resume. Did you see that?
I know, bro. I was like, what is wrong? This cat don't care. He don't care about being a.
That's that delusion of grandeur, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And his fans got it too, bro. Because what they do is they try to distort. But I noticed something, bro. I don't know how old everybody is on the panel, bro. But I noticed that the generation we live in, that's what they do, bro. In this generation, the truth don't matter. The truth is what the popular opinion is. You know what I'm saying? The truth is not what's real. It's only about what they can make popular.
It's about trolling now. Yeah, it's about trolling.
So
the loudest voice.
I use the rap game to really prove that. Because in this game, bro, you don't have to. You don't become the best rapper alive in this generation by actually being the best rapper alive. You just have to be the most popular.
Yep.
And by default, people will say you are the best because you are the most popular. It don't matter that if somebody else is more skilled than you.
Yeah, it's the loudest person in the room. That's right. All the time in this generation, the loudest person.
Yeah.
But see, that's why they're trying to change boxing into a popularity contest because it's just too many skillful black fighters. See, so they got to change the dynamic of boxing so more people can, the machine could get behind certain fighters and make them stars.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Say that again.
I was saying, they're doing that now. Like that's the argument between somebody like a Devin Haney and a Tank Davis. You would tell somebody like, I give you every reason why I think Devin Haney can beat Tank, and a lot of their comebacks be Tank a better fighter because he sell more. That's the argument. Well, he better than Devin Haney because he sell more. That's the argument.
That's the weak ass talking points they be hearing, or they be regurgitating some bullshit they heard Leonard Ella be saying, or some more shit, man.
Yeah. Well, think about it. Look at how many fights Ryan Garcia has backed out of. Look at how many lies he said he had a fight with Manny Pacquiao. He backed out of fights with not big names. He backed out with lower names. Excuse me.
If Devin Haney would have did some shit like that, man, he would be out of boxing right now.
Right, but with all that, they still look at Ryan Garcia like he's a star. You know what I'm saying?
And he didn't sell no tickets for real.
Right. And you know what I'm saying? He hasn't done no successful, I don't know how many that Javier Fortuna fight did, but you know what I'm saying? That shit was, Javier Fortuna is not like a real good opponent right now. You know what I'm saying? He's on his way out. You know what I'm saying? And they gave him all the credit in the world for beating that dude. I was like, but when it comes to, he kind of reminds me of Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? He won't fight, a real tough fight. He's always looking for that advantage.
He got that social media following that they think will translate to ticket sales, and it don't for real.
Mm-hmm. And anytime you see him on a video, he's punching that Cobra bag shit. You know what I'm saying? He's punching that Cobra bag shit. He be beating the shit out of that Cobra bag.
The only thing I can say in defense of somebody like a Jake Paul compared to these other dudes, man, and I put it in one of my videos before, is that Jake Paul is not actually a fighter. He got aspirations to be a fighter. You can tell he liked this sport and he want to be a part of it. The only thing I can actually say that I got respect for Jake Paul is that he actually tries to fight better opponents every time he fight. The level of competition goes up every time he steps in the ring. Yeah, you look at somebody like Tank, that's the exact opposite. How the hell you go from fighting Petraza to fighting Rolly Romero? That's a regress.
You can tell Jake Paul take the sport serious. Even if he ain't the best fighter, he take the sport serious.
That's a regress, bro.
Yeah, motherfucker like Tank will tell you he don't even ask for fighters. He just say whoever they put across his desk, that's who he gonna fight. And he use that as
bro. You don't normally, bro, until you actually make it, until you on something like a Floyd Mayweather level before he retired or something like that, bro. You don't take soft touches when you still developing your career, bro. Your fight's supposed to get harder and harder while you building up your legacy.
Yeah,
you don't start taking soft touches in the middle of your career.
Yeah. That's true. You know what I'm saying? Zach B says Bud wasn't trying to get more money from EJ. He said he was trying to get more money from BLK. And Dungeon Talk says he said he was trying to get Spence to go behind Al back. That's why he wanted to meet with just Spence and the so-called investor. You mean with Dan McKinahan? I mean, not Dan. What's that bitch name? What his name? McKinahan. I just call him McKinahan. So William Old School, he says now we got a channel going out their way to make PBC and Alhamy look bad all for Bud, right?
A couple
you know what I'm saying? No, yeah, it's quite a few of them. EJ got his own channels designated to tearing him down. And Zach B said, I wish Bud was erased from boxing. He's a stain on the sports I love. God damn. That's
I believe I'm right there with him.
Hey,
I'm right there with him.
Them folks that be got them fake ass EJ pages and shit, man, that's a sickness, bro. Like I know like 4 or 5 pages that's dedicated to like tearing EJ down, bro. That's a sickness, bro.
Yeah, like, what you saw the post I did in my community page. I said Bud fans is a hate group.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Them folks anti-Semites.
Mm-hmm. What you say, King?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying that's what it is. But these dudes, they got a lot of dudes got these pages, but they just go to show you that they not actual. That's why let me tell you something. That's why they can say the stuff they say with a straight face because they don't know no better anyway. Even the content creators, bro, they not fans of this sport. They only started watching this shit when they heard the beef between Errol Spence and Spence-Crawford. That's when they decided to make a page.
They not fans of the sport.
About this sport.
Yeah, they not fans of the sport. They fans of a certain person. Like they might be Bud fans. They're not fans of boxing type shit.
Let me haul out Young Billionaire Boxing, you know what I'm saying, the Boxing Insider. You know what I'm saying? If y'all like them great interviews like at YSM, you know what I'm saying, Young Billionaire got it like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever watched any of his videos over there, man? I mean, Young Billionaire, man, he be getting it in too, man. So he got a hot channel. Y'all please subscribe to him if y'all like this kind of content. You know what I'm saying? That's like the next level shit, you know what I'm saying? Getting them interviews and having strong panels to talk about it, you know what I'm saying? So y'all subscribe to Young Billionaire Boxing when you can. You know what I'm saying? I be over there all the time, you know what I'm saying? Looking at his interviews. I wish I could do interviews too, but I don't have the time, man. I wish I could go talk to some of these guys. Eric Johnson says, said real talk. He said, Bud lawyers is the same ones that handle Fury business. He said, it was stated by, don't believe him. He said, it was stated by, I don't believe him manager. He said, or whatever his name is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, he's tied into that shit. You know what I'm saying? Best Fight the Best says it best. He says, Bud is 7 from Django. And what's going on? What's going on, Rama? And let me see. He says Crawford has a gym in Omaha. It serves the black youth of Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah, I've talked to other people on the panels, and he does a lot of community work.
That don't got nothing to do with him boxing though.
Come on, Paul. A lot of that shit is tax write-offs, bro. Let's come on.
Yeah, the work you do in the community ain't got nothing to do with what you doing in boxing though.
Yeah, because the thing is, they got a lot of philanthropists and people got kind hearts when they can write this shit off in their taxes.
Mm-hmm. Be having blackface parties and shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Weedy Gonzalez says, American boxing fans don't care about Khan. I know. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how Bob didn't know that, you know, Amir Khan didn't carry it like that. He should have did that shit with Kell Brook, if anything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At the time that he fought him, you know what I'm saying? Before he, you know, he could have pumped it up. You know, somebody with a better reputation. You know what I'm saying?
How many Hall of Famers have Bud fought? How many Hall of Famers y'all think Bud have fought? Besides like Sean Porter.
That's Sean Porter. I don't know if Kell Brook gonna go. I mean, that's questionable. But those are the two best dudes.
Maybe
Gamboa ain't going nowhere.
Damn.
Let me see.
That's all I thought was Gamboa. That's all I was thinking. But if y'all don't think he going, shit, of course he got. But what they tell you, if Sean Porter and possibly Kell Brook will be his 2 Hall of Famers, and he just fought them while they was washed up recently.
Well, Gamboa, I mean, they're gonna have a number of highlights of him getting knocked out by everybody at 135. You know what I'm saying? That nigga, they bring up his highlights for him to walk in. He's just gonna be getting knocked out in all his fights. You know what I'm saying? This shit is crazy.
He like that coat bag. Ryan Garcia be beat on.
Well, like introducing Gamboa, you know, they be showing all them damn slow-mo clips. They're getting fucked up. It's like, no, bro. No, I don't think he's going nowhere, bro. I mean, you never know. You know, I guess you could take an ass whipping and get on in there. I mean, Rocky up in there. So, I mean,
Bud's resume is trash, man. His resume is
so trash. That's another reason why I want Spence to fight Thurman, bro, over Bush, just because I want him to cement that fact that his resume. You tried to fuck Spence, and I want him to cement the fact that his resume is miles ahead of yours, and you're not catching up.
Yeah. Well, that's why he put out so much propaganda about Errol Spence Jr. resume, and their favorite person to pick on is Mikey Garcia, and what I'm saying, they think that's a weak point. And so, but the next thing out, you can see it on his Twitter post. The next thing they bring up is Gamboa. Every time we bring up Mikey Garcia, but see, he don't think his reputation, can be broke down because he feels like he's lesser. He feels lesser than Errol Spence Jr. All he could do is try to tear down Errol Spence Jr. resume and try to make him not look like a superstar because he don't care about what you bring up on his resume. He think people already think of him as, a garbage fighter. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Because
Terrence Crawford know we don't take him serious. That's why he always talk about that. It be your own people and this and that. Man, you wasn't never. We was never your people, man. You never gave a fuck about us. You was up here telling everybody how the UK got the best fans, and every time you turn around, you next to some white man's cheesing like the fucking Michelin man. Every time I see you.
Well, his eyebrows. You can't take his. Them eyebrows too thick. The nigga look like he ain't serious. You know what I'm saying? The shit just, it's like eating French fries. It's too thick, bro. It's not working. It's not working.
His sister be all up in folks' business and shit, man. She be talking about niggas on her brother dick and all this other stuff. Like, man, she
been quiet lately. She been quiet after her brother went to duck to fight that bomb. I ain't heard nothing from her since her brother was going to fight that bomb.
Between her and Burton East, bro, I don't know who the fuck worse, bro. It might be
because his sister got more heart. His sister got more burn. Every time I see Bernie, Bernie got some feminine energy, bro. Nobody want to talk about that, but the only reason I bring it up is because he tried to insinuate that Errol Spence was gay with Al Heyman. But that dude energy is feminine. Every time I see him, he cheesing. He one of them dudes, bro. He one of them dudes. He one of them dudes, bro. Like, they got that one dude in the hood. They call him Smiley. Everybody knows somebody they call Smiley because every time we see you smiling, or somebody will say the simplest thing, and you will go to giggling. You will go to giggling and shit. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's feminine energy to me. I ain't saying that a man can't be happy, bro, but you giggle like a female, bro. I can walk up there and say anything to you, and I know I'm gonna get a smile out you. But to me, that's feminine energy, bro. You too quick to smile and giggle.
Yeah, he don't seem like he operate on a mature level. So that's probably why you get along with Shakur and some of them other kids, because some people never get out of that perpetual kid state. That's why he can wrestle them and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't see Errol Spence Jr. I don't see Errol Spence Jr. wrestling Frank
Martin and shit.
I don't see all that shit happening.
Bernie be calling motherfuckers bums and shit, talking about he'll whoop people ass. One time he went on there was talking about how he a national Golden Glove champion and all that shit.
Bernie is 3-0 in his professional bout, and in amateurs he's 1-3.
Real shit.
Real shit. Surrounded by fucking bums. I'm saying he the bum slayer and he the bum lover. If he not slaying bums, he loving them. He surrounds himself with them.
Yeah, hey bro. If you go on BoxRec and type up Bernie Davis, his stuff will pop right up. It ain't that much either.
What was his last fight?
Man, he ain't fought since 2014.
Wow.
Fuck out of here, man.
Wow. So it's just the audacity for me.
Yeah, he be talking like he fucking goddamn Roy Jones or something, bro. You think he Andre Ward, how he be dissecting and calling motherfuckers bums and talking shit about EJ resume? You would think he was a Hall of Famer, bro.
It's always the poodles that bark the loudest or the most. You know what I'm saying? He is definitely a damn poodle. Jay Cooley says, my opinion is his. Let me get Charles back up here. Jay Cooley says, my opinion is his last fight, bro. Who he's going to fight after this? Another we don't know. And Anthony Jones says, shit, Benavidez needs to be at 75 with Bivol. And oh yeah, well that's what everybody say. You know what I'm saying? And if he could make the weight, man, it is what it is. Zach B says Bud has been Jim Crow. And Courtney Thompson says Bud said that pool, not EJ. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Let me see. Mike Rhythm says the snack program. And they've been saying that EJ was on something, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, look at his nipples. Remember that from back in the days? You know what I'm saying? Look at his
either, because if you know this man was a natural 154 pounder who lost weight to go to 147, why would he need the juice if he naturally bigger than everybody else?
And he fighting motherfucker that's 175 and goddamn.
Well, it ain't about if he's juicing or not. It's about just putting it in people's mind, putting a narrative out there, you know what I'm saying, and have people watch for it, you know what I'm saying? So it's that it's a low road to go when you can't compete. You know what I'm saying? When you can't compete against somebody,
you reach for anything. You
right.
Reach for anything. Yeah.
Right. So you go the dirty route, you know what I'm saying?
Look what Eric Johnson said. He said if EJ was juicing, Bud would say it. We know goddamn well he would love to be the one to tell motherfuckers that EJ was juicing.
Oh,
He wouldn't insinuate that shit. He'll come out.
But
he juicing.
But a lot of that shit be projection. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, when somebody say something, you know, just like if somebody cheating or you know what I'm saying, usually they cheating. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like you best look into. Terence Crawford going battle. You know what I'm saying? You need to be watched because anytime he bringing shit out there like that, it's usually throw it right back at him. You know what I'm saying? And it's usually they fucked up doing the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, Zach B says, if it's fuck me, bud, then nigga, you know it's fuck you. And what's going on, Levon? He says, full counter panel, you know what I'm saying? What it do? And let me see. Mike Rhythm says he can get all the muscle he want. He said that's Crawford. Let me see. He said he can get all the muscle he want. That's Crawford, but that chin the same size.
That motherfucker suspect. Hey, if EJ fuck around and fight Keith Thurman like y'all said, and then Bud fight this Adesanya dude. If he don't fight EJ next, he gotta retire, bro. Cause where he gonna go? He gotta retire, bro.
Well, he don't care, cause like I mean, this dude, what he managed to do, bro, through all this fuckery, bro, is that he carved out a small fan base using EJ name that's gonna support him no matter what he do. They gonna find. I'm telling you, if Bud Crawford fight this bum, he'll fight another bum. His fans gonna make up a reason for why it's justified that he fight.
All out of hate for EJ. All out of hate for EJ. Yeah, you're 100% right, bro. You're 100% right.
Well, because I'm old school with the whole boxing thing, and so you usually love the fighters that's doing right. You know what I'm saying? You want to see the fighters that going in there taking the risks. You know what I'm saying? Putting a chance. Like it was a tweet. Ugas he put on the line. He said, man, they tripping. He said, man, I put my you got that background noise, bro. Says like I can't even keep my thought. Hold on. He said I put my championship on the line. He said he fought Pacquiao. He fought everybody. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to fight EJ. He was trying to fight Terence Crawford. He said I put my damn championship. On the line. He said Terence Crawford. Basically he didn't say this out loud, but basically this is what he was alluding to. Is that Terence Crawford never put his championship on the line. He's just been sitting on his belt.
Ugas might be trying to beat Terence Crawford, bro.
Is his belt on the line? Is his belt on the line against Avanesian?
I'm sure it is, but he talking about against the top dudes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He put it on the line against.
He said he did it for undisputed. He said he put it on the line so it could be an undisputed champion.
Yeah, for in 2022, right? So you know what I'm saying? He letting Terence Crawford know that he's taking the risk, and Terence Crawford ain't taking no risks. You know what I'm saying?
Terence Crawford had called Ugas a journeyman on his whatchamacallit. He said Ugas
right.
A journeyman. Man, Ugas fuck around to beat Terence Crawford, bro.
That journeyman whooped his ass, and Bud ain't want no more smoke with him. Period. Y'all remember? I keep all the receipts. Y'all remember when they was asking Terence Crawford, what if Ugas beats Errol Spence? Will you fight him next? He gonna talk about something. No, I'm not fighting him if he beat EJ. How you gonna tell us that you want to be undisputed? but if Ugas take all the snaps, yes, he said
he didn't say that, bro. He couldn't have said no shit like that.
Full account. Do you remember them asking Terence Crawford before the Errol Spence fight with Ugas if Ugas should be victorious, will you fight him next? And he said, "Nah, I'm not worried about Ugas. I'm gonna move up." But you had just told us that you wanted to be undisputed at 147 and 150. But if you possibly have to fight Ugas, you don't want no part of it. If it's Ugas, you have to fight.
Right.
You know Ugas got your number. You know he got your number.
Bomac had said on Trail Boxing Talk, though, he had said Ugas is a beat. He said, ain't nobody paying attention, but Ugas a beast. So he probably don't want to smoke with that nigga for real.
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, and you would be right. You don't want to take no risk, y'all. None. You know what I'm saying? So that should tell you his mentality. The GOAT is out there fighting all comers, dangerous fight. She don't give a damn. So you got to love fighters like that. Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying?
Risk-free boxing. Risk-free boxing.
Right. So how you gonna like a fighter like that? What kind of boxing fan you gotta be to like really like this dude who don't have a fighter's mentality?
They don't even really like Bud. They just hate Earl so much. They just same way that a lot of people I see bashing Al Heyman and shit. They don't really like Bud like that, but they using Bud to bash Al Heyman, like Oscar De La Hoya.
And you know what's crazy about that? You know what's so crazy about that, man? People don't realize what Al has done, man. So you got J-Rock. J-Rock haven't been in a fight in God knows how long, and he's buying up properties, and he thanked Al Heyman. When Paul Williams got into that motorcycle accident and got paralyzed, Al made sure that Paul will never have to worry about any money again. How can you hate this guy, man?
They don't like that, bro. Most promoters, they want the fighter to be so dependent on their next fight. They don't want you to have you know what I'm saying, you to have options. You can fight 2 times a year if you want to because you can goddamn, you don't need the money, you straight. They don't like that. They need the fighter to be more dependent on them. Al made fighters codependent. You know what I'm
saying? See, Bud don't like fighting niggas. He don't like fighting niggas. He like to fighting Ricky Burns. You know what I'm saying? He like fighting, you know what I'm saying, Green Machine, you know what I'm saying? He like to fight them foreign folks, you know what I'm saying?
Like just like the harder it is to pronounce your last name, the more Bud want to fight you.
He like that Caucasian come forward style, like that Triple G style.
Well, you know, Poster ain't like that, but you know, he figured he could impose his will, you know what I'm saying, on these dudes, you know what I'm saying? But see, just like Floyd didn't really enjoy fighting black fighters. He'd fight them. But see, anytime he fought a black fighter, they got in his ass. You know what I'm saying?
About black fighters, you know how it is. The thing about fighting somebody else black is that you can be better than them, right? But the fact that black people are naturally born athletic, it's gonna be a point in that fight where that black fighter gonna get on your level somehow. It's just that because black people are naturally athletic. So if you wave faster than him, think about it. Even if you wave faster than somebody, if 2 black people fight, there's gonna be a point where that other black fighter who not as physically gifted, he gonna get on your level at some point throughout that fight just because he black too.
It's like some Dragon Ball Z shit.
That's a fact.
Well, I was just looking at Sugar Shane Mosley, how he clocked Floyd, even though Floyd went to wash him.
Right.
He had a chance. See, he fought. I mean, he had a chance to knock Floyd out. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm thinking of Zab Judah. Then I'm thinking of Augustus, the drunk master. You know what I'm saying? And so he made sure, you know what I'm saying, he didn't fight certain dudes. You know what I'm saying? Not that he was scared, but it's just the risk factor was there for him. You know what I'm saying? Not that he couldn't, beat him, but he knew it was going to be a problem.
And he learned from his uncle to fight.
We physically gifted people, bro. You know, we can always lean on athleticism, bro, while our skills fail us.
Right.
That's why it's so dangerous. It's dangerous to fight another black fighter because, like I say, they're going to be able to lean on their athleticism at some point in that fight and give you trouble.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because, Zab definitely was whipping Floyd ass the first, 4 rounds, 5 rounds, or whatever it was before he turned the tide. And I think Crawford already see the future. You know what I'm saying?
His ass beat. That's going to be a one-sided beating, bro.
Hey, you know what's crazy? What if they
like
actually catch Bud?
Mm-hmm. And I just think, Bud, he's just trying to be slick. You know what I'm saying? Trying to build up the fight, stay in the media.
He's using this shit as long as he can, though, man. He milking this shit, man. He milking this little clout off EJ. He milking that shit.
Mm-hmm. And I think it was Bosey Ennis called out. Let's see if we can pull up this here clip of Bosey, you know what I'm saying, asking Crawford to come his way. Don't go. He told him don't go over there to
Adesanya.
Let me see. Let me pull up. Let me see.
Yeah, I seen a clip where Boots said, he said, shit, I would have took that fight in a heartbeat.
And, to talk about, or to give his thoughts and tell us what really happened with the Earl Spence negotiations, right? Right. He mentioned the reason why he didn't fight Virgil Ortiz and Boots is that his name never came across, his son's name never came across the table. during the same live, he said that he was his own boss.
Right. He was all the shots. He was all the shots, and say that's who you want to fight, since you're your own boss. You know what I mean? You ain't got to fight Avenasian, whatever you call it. You know what I mean? You can fight even Virgil or us. You know what I mean? But I don't know what the situation was between them two, him and Spence, though. You know what I mean? I've been hearing all sorts of things, so everything I hear is that it's coming from him that he didn't really want to fight. That's the way it seemed like to me. He didn't really want to fight Spence.
Now, if you say you agree to everything,
right?
Shouldn't it just be a done deal right after?
It should be, because they said what I heard, the deal was done. All he had to do was sign. That's what I heard. So I don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard.
Now, if he's saying he's the best fighter in the world and he would have took Virgil Ortiz or Duran in this,
right?
What do you say, in a heartbeat?
Right.
Does that mean you expect Terence Crawford to, after David Avenasian, to fight your son Duran in this?
Yeah, to fight us. Yeah, because you know what I mean. You know with yourself that we asked to fight all of them. You know what I mean? Spence, Crawford, Ugas. You know what I mean? Even Ortiz, Thurman. We asked all of the guys in the top 5. We've been asked for that a long time ago. You know what I mean? So all you got to do is say our name. We be there. You know what I mean?
So for the record, so there's no confusion. They place a phone call. You taking that fight?
Oh, we taking it in a heartbeat, man. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Mr.
Yeah. If you need more.
Yo,
so
somebody tearing them mess up, man.
I just got one thing to say about that. Did y'all hear what he said, bro? He said that if they call us, we taking the heartbeat. They'll let you know, Terrence. I'm gonna tell you how I caught him in the live. He told us when he did that live, he said, "Oh yeah, y'all said why Boots named why I didn't choose Boots, where his name never came up. Nigga, you just told us you was your own boss. Then you the one who's supposed to be coming up with the names. Exactly. What you mean his name never came up? You choosing the fights."
But wasn't nobody gonna call you because everybody thought you and Spence was getting the fight made.
Right. And what Bozen said, did y'all hear that interview before we knew that Bud was ducking? Bozen them said, "Hey, we not gonna get nowhere undisputed. We gonna let them do what they gotta do, and we gonna try to get, we gonna try to get the winner." So that's why they didn't call you, because they said they wasn't gonna get in the way of undisputed. So it was on you. If you knew you was gonna duck anyway, you could have called Boost, but did you turned around and you lied to anybody stupid enough to listen and gonna tell us his name never came up? Man, you got me fucked up. I'm not dumb like everybody else. How the hell his name ain't never came up and you said you your own boss and you choosing the fights?
Right. Exactly. So it's just a lot of smoke screen, like Errol Jr. say, you know what I'm saying, Bud, you know what I'm saying, and Bob and Bud himself are just smoke and mirrors. That's what he meant. They wasn't real, and I think that EJ kind of peeped that Terence Crawford was full of shit. I think they know their history. They hear about what's happening in sparring. They know the weaknesses. They know that this dude is weak. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? They know who been piecing them up. He talked to Brian Norman Jr. You know what I'm saying? Brian Norman Jr. who's been in the gym with these guys, and they talk, bro. They already know, man. They already know what the deal is. You see what I'm saying? These dudes talk as a small community, and I think he knows what's happening. You know what I'm saying? I think Bud know that he can't fight or stay in there with Errol. You know what I'm saying? But interviews like with Greg Hackett, it kind of keeps me, you know what I'm saying, thinking that this fight might happen, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I do like that line of thinking because I do want to see this fight. But now I'm getting more excited about Keith Thurman and EJ. You know what I'm saying? It's just, just so much bullshit has transpired between these two that my outlook now is just dismal when it comes to Terence Crawford, man. Sorry, taking a drink. So
I can't wait to see. I just can't wait for this build up. It's like I said, y'all know me. I'm kind of pitted, bro. I know how Keith. One thing I do like about Keith Thurman, he is not gonna miss a chance to tell the world that Bud Crawford was scared to fight Errol Spence, but he wasn't. I can't wait for him to see it.
Yeah, you're gonna say it.
We need to see something here soon. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys, they're not fighting as often. You know what I'm saying? And it's just kind of making boxing a drag. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see EJ in the ring at least, 2 times a year, 2 or 3 times a year. You know what I'm saying? So he can clean up some of this mess. I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Jerron Busanis, any of them guys. All of he got great fights ahead of him. But right now, because 154 right now is a little bit tied up. I know, Jamel got all the damn belts. So, what I'm saying, unless he's willing to give up one of the belts so EJ can fight for a vacant title to move up to 54, I'm pretty sure they'll coordinate that between the two. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty cool on that. But he's got so much unfinished business down here at 147. And I know it's hard for him to make the weight, but you know what I'm saying? He just got to last a little bit longer to get the shit done. Like Haney got to, hang in there to beat Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? It just takes so long for the business of boxing, you know what I'm saying, to come around. You know what I'm saying? The shit is kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to see EJ get his due. I want to see Crawford get his due. I don't want it to be all these obstacles that he keep bringing up, and that would just make you look like this fight ain't never going to happen, because he can make the fight with David Evanesian real easy. He can make the fight with Green Machine real easy. He can make the fight with Tom Delorme, Ricky Burns. All those fights got made. Kell Brook. But when it comes to EJ, oh man, you know what I'm saying? It's goddamn calculus. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, the world got to be turned upside down for shit to align. You know what I'm saying? Oh, EJ, he's got to tie one hand behind his back. You know what I'm saying? And he's got to jump on one foot. He got to come out last in the goddamn fight. The nigga got to wear blue and green. You know what I'm saying? The nigga got to eat green now laters. He got to eat a bologna sandwich and cheese. You know what I'm saying? The nigga got to do all this shit just to get the fight. It's like, nigga, you ain't the champion.
Bud got to come out, and Bud said, I got to come out the Tupac. You can't come out the Tupac. I'm coming out the Tupac.
All these stipulations. Yeah, he trying to act like he Canelo and shit, making all these off-colored demands. I think what it is, I think the problem is he don't want EJ to be the A side. And he want to give the perception that he's the champion when he comes out. You know what I'm saying? He wants to be in control. You know what I'm saying? He wants to have the heated seats. You know what I'm saying? And the accolade. You know what I'm saying? He wants to be the main focus. You know what I'm saying? And if he can't have that, you know what I'm saying, all those comforts and all those little diva things, then he don't want to do it.
He's so stupid, fool. Let me tell you how dumb this motherfucker is. You felt like EJ was the A side, and because of that, because he sell more than you, you couldn't negotiate the money you wanted. It's about to be even worse, bro. Because Pool, what we ain't never talked about is that Keith Thurman might be EJ highest selling fight thus far. If he fight Keith Thurman and Keith Thurman agree to go to Dallas, that may be his highest grossing fight that EJ ever sold.
Yeah, because Keith Thurman talk too. Keith Thurman can talk.
Yeah.
And he
real boxing fans know the truth. The truth of the matter is, like we said, he only lost to Manny Pacquiao. At one point, Keith Thurman was the man at welterweight. This is a fight that's been 4-5 years in the making. That fight is gonna sell, bro. Especially if Keith Thurman's smart. Keith Thurman like money. If he's smart enough to say, "Yeah, I go to Dallas."
And you know what too? You know what I just thought and realized? So when Bud was explaining, when he was talking to Spence, right, and Spence asked him for the back end, he said, if they, whoever's, part of, this hedge fund, he said that it'll be split 80-20, but he never said who's getting the 80 and who's getting the 20.
But see, he talking vague terms like that. You know what I'm saying? And he's not really used to talking, so he don't really give you the, you know what I'm saying? He don't, he talking a lot of pronouns, and you get lost in what the fuck he talking about. So he's really not used to speaking out like that. So I just don't think he's the most articulate dude. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So he get lost trying to follow up all this intricate nuance of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Either way, I don't believe the nigga. So Weedy Gonzalez said, I don't know. He said EJ ain't the A side when he got. He said, I don't know. I guess he said, I don't know how EJ ain't the A side when he got 3 belts. Exactly. But they trying to change the narrative, and they're trying to twist shit so he don't look like the A side. You know what I'm saying? Cash Crypto, what's going on, my brother? He says EJ said he was even letting Bud walk out last. That's what I was saying. What's going on, Candy Slim? He says he said blame Al. He says Bud been waiting on that boy for 5 years. Why y'all? He said, why all them PBC guys only fought once a year? He said they ain't have the bread. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't about them having the bread. You know, so the networks got the bread. You know what I'm saying? They just got to make sure that these fighters are ready to go. And
And
you know,
I mean, the VS is it's about the fight. That's PBC.
right? They keep saying, I don't know why they've been saying PBC were going out of business for the last 10 years, bro. They've been saying that same shit. And it's like they hope that the company break down or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like they hope they go out of business. You know, so it's a lot of I don't know where there's a lot of hatred toward the PBC. You know, they do not want them to succeed at all. You know what I'm saying? Cash Crypto says, fall back, laughing my ass off. What's going on, Bowley Bowley? He says, Thurman didn't lose that Pacquiao fight by much. That's what I said. He said the difference was that the first round knockdown, which was just Keith Thurman tripping over his own feet, yeah, and that 10 round where he coughed up his mouthpiece didn't help either. You know what I'm saying? That did not help. 80-20. And let me see. Armstrong Fanatic says, wasn't no undisputed 5 years ago, dumbass. Oh, they going back and forth. So yeah, man. You know, that's just crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know, man. I'm just so lost in the sauce right now about, I think it's a duck, bro. I just do. I think it's a duck, until he prove otherwise, you know what I'm saying? You don't walk away from a big fight. You know what I'm saying? Being pound for pound number one, you can't afford to do that in boxing. You know what I'm saying? It ruins your whole reputation. It ruins your status as the man in boxing. And for everybody who says that Bud is the man, he ain't showing that he's the man. You know what I'm saying? So buckle up. Boxing Talk says he said EJ got 3 belts and Bud got 6 belts, a 3 division champion, also undisputed. Bud has done more career wise. See, they be bringing up shit that don't matter. You know what I'm saying? He's up at.
He don't. Bud don't have 6 belts. Bud got 1 belt.
I mean, it's like, what's the point? What's the point of screaming out accolades when you just walked away from the biggest fight you said you've been after for 5 years? Right? You holding on to the contract, and your fans are still making up shit. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep it real at some point in boxing. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna advance this sport forward, you know what I'm saying, to become a mainstream sport. You know what I'm saying? We can't have fans, capping. You know what I'm saying? You got to be the type of fan to see what's going on and just say what it is instead of looking for, you know what I'm saying, looking to make up propaganda for why a guy's ducking another dude. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, dudes didn't duck like that. You know what I'm saying? You had to fight. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a popularity contest. And nobody cares about, the dudes that Bud fought. I don't care if he was a 5 division champion. If you didn't fight nobody, and you know what I'm saying, in those divisions, then you ain't shit, bro. You gotta be great fighters to become a great fighter. I don't give a fuck if he was an 8 division champion. Pacquiao fought some bad motherfuckers coming up. That's why Pacquiao had the reputation he had. He fought some mean motherfuckers. Antonio, what was his name? Antonio Barrera, and he fought Eric Morales. You know what I'm saying? He fought some bad motherfuckers back to back, and he fought them 2 and 3 times. See what I'm saying? Bud ain't doing that. Even Floyd fought. If it was controversial, he went back to back. This dude don't even. He didn't even want to get the wins back from Ugas. He didn't want the people that beat him in the amateurs. He didn't go back to try to fight Danny Garcia. He didn't try to go back to fight Ray Robinson. This dude mentality is not that. He is not pound for pound number one. He don't have the mentality, bro. I'm trying to tell you. And Cash Crypto says these kind of comments just scream that just scream that you know nothing. And Candy Slim, so he's a Bud, blood Bud. He like Bud, so what I'm saying, I like having him here because he give a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because most people here, what I'm saying, we all on the side of EJ.
That man retarded.
But Candy Slim 501, what I'm saying, he's been here a long time. So, him and Jonah Turner, what I'm saying, they really don't, they love Bud. So I like getting that other perspective. He says, don't matter about undisputed. Oh, they just going back and forth. Wasn't no undisputed when Errol was crying about a fight with Keith Thurman years ago either, fool. So they just going back and forth. I ain't
No, he
getting into
wasn't
that.
crying. He went to the UK. He went to the UK and started collecting strap. That's the difference between him and Bud Crawford. He didn't sit on the one fucking belt. When he couldn't get Keith Thurman, he went after everybody else who had a belt. That's what Errol Spence did.
And see, you can't excuse that. You know, you can't excuse that sitting on the belt when there's other belts in the division. You know, at the time when Errol had two of them, you know what I'm saying, he could have went and got the WBA from Ugas, and that would have killed a lot of this criticism that we have
That'd
of
have made
him.
it a
But
50-50 fight. That'd have made it a 50-50 fight.
well, you know, I'm not even worried about that. We just want to see Bud with fight an elite welterweight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Instead of them making up a narrative that these guys are trying to dodge and what we all know is not true, that don't hold the weight of water. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you hold your
But
boy Bud Crawford accountable for
Bud is
sitting on that
content.
damn belt?
He content with living off what he did at 140, 135, man. Every time
Yeah.
he get to talking, he starts sounding like he finna make a retirement speech. I did this, I did that, I did this. Like he content with what he did. And his so-called fans ain't pushing him to, you know what I'm saying, to goddamn do nothing. You know what I'm saying? He getting all this
But
support for fighting nobodies. Of course he ain't gonna fight nobody if he don't gotta do it.
and that lets you know right there they have no confidence that, you know what I'm saying, he's
Or they
gonna
top
beat
guy.
anybody. Because if you fight think about it, if you fight weak competition your entire career, the moment you step up, bro, it's gonna be a wrap for you.
It's gonna
You know
be
what
a
I'm saying?
wrap.
Especially when somebody's sharp, somebody on top of their shit. He should have fought Keith Thurman, and that would have got him over the hump. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? He should have fought Keith Thurman and knocked out Keith Thurman, and then nobody would have anything to say because he fought a top elite welterweight. You
That
know
would
what
have
I'm
been a
saying?
good win.
Keith Thurman is too much of a risk because let's keep it all the way a book, bro. We all know Keith Thurman weak to the body. We know he got weaknesses. But
Right.
one thing people, I don't know if people forgot, bro, that Keith Thurman is an elite offensive fighter. Elite. He offensively, the
He got a
speed,
super high IQ,
accuracy,
bro.
his speed, accuracy, punch placement, and he does have the power to hurt you. He might not have that one punch power that he marketed himself on, but he does have the power to hurt you. And anybody who's been keeping up with boxing know that Bud Crawford does not have the best chin. So Keith Thurman is a threat to Terrence Crawford. Because that'll be the best. If he got in the ring with Keith Thurman today, that would be the best fighter he ever been in the ring with.
Bro,
Period.
like Paul said earlier, though, Keith Thurman got that high ass IQ, bro. He can break down a fight, bro. So he a fucking threat, bro. He a threat to EJ. He a threat to
Mm.
Bud, bro. You know what I'm saying? He always gonna be a threat.
Yeah, he would have to knock out AJ early. You know, he have to put that power on him if he still got it. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
would have to like really rock EJ and get him, you know what I'm saying, get him up out of there. That's the best way he could do it. Andre Smith says a premier boxing champion, the best fight the best, right? And Weedy Gonzalez has fought more Marquez 4 times. Yeah. See, you know, he's not afraid to get in there. And Marquez ain't no joke, bro. Marquez is a brilliant boxer puncher. You know what I'm saying? So he fought that dude back to back. And see, Terrence Crawford don't have that kind of spirit. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't understand why his fans, you know what
They
I'm saying,
claim he
this
got that
dude is
dog.
like, bruh,
Oh,
he got a dog against people he feel like he could bully. You know what I'm
bro,
saying? But he
niggas
won't
come
get
here.
in there with nobody.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, bro,
Go
niggas
ahead,
coming.
Key.
First of all, y'all know what I mean. Well, I'm to the point now, bro. I was cool with entertaining these Bud fans when we thought he was gonna fight Errol Spence. Man, I don't want to hear shit about that nigga. He about to fight a bum. Man, don't come in here. You trying to bait an argument with us about Terrence Crawford. Man, your favorite fighter about to fight a bum, man. What is you talking about? Man, come back to us when he take a real fight and tell us how good he is. Because as of now, he fighting a bum.
That nigga
Right,
might as
but
well
see,
go fight somebody.
reality. But you know, reality. Like this dude here, Buck Up Boxing Talk. Right? She said that's your opinion. He didn't fight nobody. That's your opinion. Bottom line, he took super belts. That he said that's what you in the sports to do, bro.
What the fuck
See
is super
that I
belt?
mean, but I know, but just think about that statement. That shit don't mean nothing. You know, what about now? You know what I'm
That's
saying? It's like
that's what he in the
no,
bud.
nobody. Let me ask some people on the panel. Have y'all ever went back to look at just some of his early fights just to see, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just for the excitement of watching that fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If it
no.
wasn't only maybe Gamboa fight. Anything else? I mean, did you go? I mean, the PP fought wasn't. I mean, we know they wasn't top dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't
I
get off on
mean,
these kind of fights. I don't even. I like EJ, bro. I don't watch his old fights against people who wasn't good. I'm not gonna watch you fight somebody I know you can beat.
right. You know what I'm saying? And so for his fans to come in here, you know what I'm saying, to act like this dude, I mean, even the boxing writer says, you know what I'm saying, he haven't fought nobody. So it ain't just an opinion, it's a consensus, you know what I'm saying, of
These niggas
everybody.
not they not fans of boxing. I'm not arguing no more Bud fans. I will argue with somebody that's a fan of boxing. It's a
Right.
difference.
I mean, the only reason you would say that, you know what I'm saying, if you say for a great competition, you got to be in his family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, these dudes.
You got to you got to be in his family. You got to be his first cousin. The second cousin say he's fought trash. Third cousin he fought trash. You got to be a first cousin. You got to be that close. You know, to
Facts.
Terrence Crawford to say
But
that he fought somebody great. You know what I'm saying? And it
and,
just is what it is.
and another
You know
thing
what I'm
is,
saying?
well, they try to tell us that, you know, for the longest the argument, we try to tell everybody, well, we think he got a trash resume. His fans was arguing his behalf for years. Like, no, it's not trash. Y'all just this and that, this and that. So basically, my logic was y'all was saying that he don't fight trash fighters, and he gonna show us eventually that he not gonna fight trash fighters. But from what I seen, he fought three washed up fighters in Khan, Porter, and Brook. Then he turned around and pump faked like he was gonna fight Errol Spence, and he's fighting yet another bum.
And Benavidez, bro. Don't forget Benavidez.
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, dude was shot in the leg. You know what I'm saying? So it's always this generic welterweight. You know what I'm saying? He never tried to fight anybody on top. So you know, if I was Bud back then, I would have had to get one of them dudes in the ring. You see what I'm saying? And he never tried. He went right back to top rank where it was no welterweights. None of this stuff like swayed none of his core fans, even though they see this guy, you know what I'm saying, tried to run away from top competition every chance he got. Now he's turning away from the Errol Spence Jr. fight. See what I'm saying? So it's just crazy to me that none of this like sinks in. You know what I'm saying? They just totally ignore that and start screaming out his old bullshit ass accolades.
They
So
don't
you
care
know,
because they fans of Bud, and they want what's best for Bud, and they know it's best for Bud not to get in that damn ring with Errol Spence.
like look here, he said EJ never been undisputed. Why you think that is? Because this nigga ducking. You know what I'm saying? He never been undisputed because this nigga ducking. That's why you should be on his helmet. Right there. That statement right there. He never been undisputed because you got a coward, you know what I'm saying, that won't fight this dude.
Ask me this. When
You
the
see what I'm
last time
saying?
Bud unified? When the last time Bud unified? How many years has it been since he unified?
Right. He's sitting up there on the belt, and you know, the shit had me rolling when you talking about, hey, I hear you ducking your mandatory. I was like, this nigga here.
Man,
I was like, this nigga here talking about he ducking his mandatories. I was like, this nigga here really said that. You know, you turn around and fighting a whole David Avenesian.
You skip
You know
over.
what I'm saying? And now you talking about he's ducking his man. I said, man, if you don't get the fuck up out of boxing.
The thing is, I think I heard you and King Judah say this. He don't got no self-awareness, bro.
I was like, bro, if you don't get your ass up out of boxing, right? Not today. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you ducking your manager and you just ducked this dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what is going on in the world, bro? How this dude gonna sit up here on this live and cap like that? I said, is that what we doing now? Is that what the black community turned it into?
And you still got channels that's gonna come out here and try to spin it like Earl ducking and shit. Big channels.
Bud never cared about undisputed. Think about what I just told y'all. He told us that if even if Ugas would have beat Errol Spence, he wasn't gonna fight Ugas for a possible undisputed showdown. He told us that he was gonna move up. This dude been telling us that he don't care. So for these idiots who saying stuff like, well, he was undisputed and Spence wasn't, Bud already telling you that he not gonna give nobody, he gonna hold that one fucking belt, and he never gonna give nobody an opportunity to be undisputed at 147 because he won't fight them.
Well, yeah. Well, this how dumb Bud is. You know, he was talking about EJ never. Well, I think it was one of his fans probably said that EJ never fought an undefeated fighter, and I was like, they always miss it. Mikey Garcia was undefeated, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they just look for anything to say. You know what I'm saying, against EJ? Just to, I think it's about making his fans upset or something, you know what I'm saying, with the trolling and shit. I was like, how do you find the energy just to
That shit
lie
don't even.
every day?
Y'all know, man. That shit don't even bother me no more, man.
It don't bother me
Like
because I mean, I feel like I won because my point was proved. Your favorite fighter fighting another bum, just like I told y'all he was. I said this years ago, Poor. Nobody remember me saying this, but when everybody kept predicting what his next move was going to be, I said, don't get your hopes up because he's not fighting Errol Spence. I said he's not going to fight Boots. I said he's not even going to fight Virgil Ortiz. I said Spence-Crawford is going to be fighting a bum next. Everybody told me King Judah was. That's before I had a channel. They say King Judah, you don't know shit. You a casual and you stupid for saying Bud gonna fight a bum next. And look what he's doing.
He built his name off of acting like he finna fight somebody. He built his name off making it look like people running from him, bro. Like he always make it so it's a possibility he can make this big fight. Like I'm possibly gonna fight Pacquiao. But in the meantime, I'm gonna fight this fucking bum. I'm gonna fight Benavidez. I'm possibly gonna fight Errol Spence. But in the meantime, I'm gonna fight David Benavidez, whatever the fuck his name is. Like he always do that. He dangle a big fight in front of you, like he gonna fight somebody big. And then for some reason,
he the Ryan Garcia. He the black Ryan Garcia.
Yeah,
right.
basically.
You know what I'm saying?
For some reason, the fight don't never happen, and it ain't never his fault. Type shit. Everybody, like he the common denominator, bro. People keep forgetting that this motherfucker ain't fight Pacquiao. Pacquiao signed the paperwork, and Bo Mac told y'all that he didn't sign. He told Bud not to sign the paperwork. Pacquiao was his dream fight, right? The same way Errol was his dream fight that he wanted to do anything for. But somehow he didn't fight him, and Pacquiao was signed on the contract. Earl signed the contract.
But look at this. Look at it this way. He was tracking Manny Pacquiao like he really wanted to fight him all them years. He wanted the Manny Pacquiao fight. He wanted the Manny Pacquiao fight. When he finally got it, he walked away from that too.
Yeah, that's the legacy and the money
just like he walking away from this one. So you don't see the pattern. He didn't try to lock up the division. He didn't try to go for the WBA belt. He just sat there over there, ain't do shit but Sean Porter and Kell Brook, two dudes he figured he could beat. Figured they were on their way out. You know what I'm saying? He's not trying to fight. He's like Canelo. Canelo ain't trying to fight nobody, you know, saying that can fight him back. You know what I'm saying? He fought Bivol. He went up there and tried to fight. Look what happened when he fought somebody who could really fight.
He picked
you know
the
what I'm
wrong
saying? Like a
Bivol.
I mean anybody, you know what I'm saying, who can put some combinations together and got a high boxing IQ, he ain't for the fight with. And Bud the same way. You know what I'm saying? He is not gonna get in that ring with somebody who can beat his ass like EJ. EJ gonna make him look bad, bro. EJ ain't playing no games. He ain't playing no games.
I think it's gonna be a one-sided fight, man. I think EJ been in the gym ever since.
Well, with this move, he look weak. You know what I'm saying? It make it look like he's scared. You know what I'm saying?
I think this is gonna make EJ want to beat his ass even more, bro. I think this is gonna make the fight even worse. I think he making EJ really not like him, bro. Especially with that shit earlier where he said that shit about Al, mama being sick. You don't put no shit out there like that, bro.
Well, the real shit is what Bernie, that shit Bernie saying about him, calling him gay and shit.
Yeah. And if he gay and shit like that, why you talking about you like him? He a good guy. Like, that's why I said he gonna get himself hurt, bro. He gonna get himself stopped.
Well, he ain't about to get himself hurt because when you go that far, you know what I'm saying, that means you ain't fit to give him an opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I believe. He's not even giving EJ the opportunity.
You know how motherfucker be. You know when they know you can't reach him. That's why your mama dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You like that motherfucker ain't fit to get in a situation where he can legally beat your ass. Nah.
Y'all think he putting the Riddick Bowe for real? He putting the real Riddick Bowe.
Man, that nigga doing worse than Riddick Bowe. You know what I'm saying? That nigga there is just straight up. That nigga is just straight up clowning. You know what I'm saying? That nigga is behind the fence, you know, saying setting fires and every damn thing.
That nigga gay. He calling niggas gay. Talking about
you know what I'm saying? You bitch. You know what I'm saying? And he running and shit, throwing rocks from behind the fence and shit. You know what I'm saying? Eggs and shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The dog poop, whatever.
Now that
you know
y'all
what
say
I'm
that
saying?
shit. Now that y'all say that, it do make sense. He ain't gonna fight him, bro. He didn't.
No.
He like a little kid behind the fence. You know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucker at the zoo, fucking with the animals and shit.
Right. He ain't finna. So music, international Ross. He says, hit the likes. He said, I enjoy listening to these Bud haters. He said they are making progress and articulating their hate.
Oh my god!
And,
bro. Click the link, bro. Click the link, bro. Come over here and explain to me. Come over here and explain, bro, to us.
I mean,
thing is,
they just want to troll because they boy looking like
the,
hell right now. He
the
says,
thing is, okay, my bad. Go ahead.
Dungeon Talk says shit. This fan content. He says shit. His fan content with it too. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Candy Slim 501. He said he was crying. He was crying, nigga. He said, and he still hold a grudge 5 years later, talking about he ain't fighting Thurman. You can't change history because you love the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Well, really, I mean, I
And
used to
yet he
like
might
both
be
of them.
fighting, and yet he might be
They,
fighting Keith
I
Thurman though.
mean, just to keep it 100, which
He,
I mean, I like both of the dudes. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, I like
Um,
Keith Thurman.
I
He,
did. I mean, no, I didn't like that nigga. I really hated him because I mean, when that fight fell through and you saw that he was on some other shit, that just like with Terrence Crawford here, I was just like, man, whatever happened to fighters just getting in there, hashing it out, and going ahead and making the fight?
niggas
You know
scared
what
to
I'm
take an L, Paul. These niggas scared to take a loss, bro. They like back in the day, them fighters ain't really care about taking an L, bro. You know what I'm saying? You could take 3-4 L's, but these days, motherfuckers take an L, they don't think their career can recover, bro. That's how everybody want to be Floyd.
Well, my problem is that, the backing that they get, and what I'm saying, the delusion like this right here. He said just like they thought Sean Porter would be a problem. What happened? He said he done Porter dirty. You know what I'm
Porter
saying?
was
He
beating the
done
shit out of him. He was beating
King
the shit
Judah
out of
cooked
him
that nigga,
before the
man.
last round.
Cook that nigga King Judah, man.
he says
You know, Porter admitted that that after that Spence fight, he wanted to retire.
Yeah, look at the Formella fight.
he said that before that shit too. You know what I'm saying? He
I'm
was
telling y'all what I saw. Me and my little brother watched that fight, and Porter was beating the fuck out. He was beating the fuck out Terrence Crawford. And I told my little brother that he don't watch boxing like me. So he like, man, you really think Porter winning? I said, I know Porter winning. And right after I said that, that's when they was in the corner. They said, man, bud, you're down. He beating you. You down on the card. Just like I said he
right.
was. Yeah, Porter was beating him up.
And we
He
just
wasn't
live in
even
some
fighting hard either, bro. He wasn't fighting
but
hard by Porter standards.
and it's crazy. We just live in deceptive time where people, what I'm saying, they like to keep up a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know they boys all over the place. They know they boy looking bad in these streets. So, they keeping up with all this bullshit propaganda and what I'm saying? You just gotta ignore that shit, bro. It's like Courtney Thompson says, laugh out loud, podcast Porter. He said, and even Terrence Crawford came out and said, no YouTuber's gonna beat me. Remember that? And because he was doing too much. He was on all the PBC
That nigga
interviews
fell
and
asleep
shit.
on the TV, Paul. He fell asleep on
Right,
TV, bro.
right. Because he was doing too many shows and shit. Because he wasn't trying to win that
You
shit.
seen that
When
shit,
he
King Judah?
when that
Nah, I
nigga
ain't see
fought
it. I
against
heard about it.
EJ, when that nigga fought EJ, he had about 3 or 4 coaches. You know what I'm saying? That
Six
nigga
months of
went into
training.
seclusion.
He did
He
like
was,
a
that
year
nigga,
of training.
He
So I
trained for
mean,
6
it's
months.
like right. So they know what the deal is. It's like they won't keep it real for shit. What's
That
going
nigga,
on, Eric? He says, long as Keith is inactive, he said, I got EJ winning by TKO in 7. Yeah, it don't matter if the nigga is active. You know what I'm saying? You
he,
saw Josecito Lopez for Lumaloom his ass. I
if
thought Josecito Lopez was gonna knock his ass out.
EJ stopped Keith Thurman, bro, bro, that nigga on the road, boy. He stopped Keith Thurman. He top 5 welterweight of all time,
Yeah, I
bro.
believe that. I believe it's a 90, bro. Like him stopping Keith Thurman is like high 95, bro. Because I mean, he gonna go to his body and he gonna stop him. That's a fact. But Keith Thurman cannot take a body shot, bro. From some of the, I ain't saying none of these pro fighters hit soft to the body, but Errol Spence is the best body puncher in boxing. Period.
Right. He's kind of like made for EJ. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He
he's
got a
tailor made.
body issue,
You
and
think that's
that's
why he
all.
want to fight him, Paul?
You say
Who
what?
that? Keith Thurman?
Yeah, that's why you think that's why he was ducking him from the jump because he already knew
Yeah, I
that.
think so. I believe that, but I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
now,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
yeah, at this point though, as far as legacy and money, it makes sense for Keith Thurman to take this fight because he getting forgot
Yeah,
about. He
it's
getting
the
Well,
forgot
biggest
Keith
fight he
about.
could
Thurman,
get.
Keith Thurman know this is a big money fight for him, and
Yeah.
if Sean Porter can hurt Keith Thurman to the body, it's good night, Irene.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For him, the first fight I saw with Keith Thurman was soft to the body, and I've heard that he had other fights where he got caught to the body. I think that Diaz fight,
Bundle. Oh,
but it was the Colossal fight. You know what I'm saying? That's when I saw Keith Thurman was kind of fucked up to the body because Colossal hit him with a good body shot, but he was all over the place, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was hauling ass for life, and Collazo was sticking that body, boy. He was running around that ring, but Keith Thurman wheels was just a little bit too fast for him. You know what I'm saying? And he just used his legs to get him about that situation to box and stuff. So, but I don't think he could do that to EJ. You know what I'm saying? EJ could track his ass down. He gonna hopefully he can make the weight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I hope he can make the weight. I'm pretty sure they'll probably still make it go somehow. Weedy Gonzalez is Marquez last KO on Manny had Manny laid out for like 5 bro. Boy, when I saw that shit, bro, I was celebrating.
You thought he was dead, Bull? You thought
Bro,
that nigga was dead?
Best setup.
That nigga looked like he hit his knees on his way down. Did y'all see the fight? How it looked like that nigga fell down on his knees and then his face.
Yeah, he looked like that's how they be following that show, Family Guy. Y'all ever seen how they be following? Nigga felt like one of them Family Guy characters, man.
He felt like fighting one of them motherfuckers fighting.
I was like, bro, I couldn't believe it, bro. I think it was like near Christmas time or some shit like that when they fall or something. That shit had me, boy. That's all I needed.
He was mean for a long time too.
Oh man, but then when he didn't get up, bro, I was like, oh man, this.
Oh yeah, I thought he killed him. I said, man, I was scared. I thought he killed him, bro. I'm a fan of the sport. I don't want to see nobody die in there. You know what I'm saying? I thought he killed him. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Cash Crypto says Bud is just scared to push himself. That's why he had resigned. He had resided with Bob back then instead of doing deals with the PBC and testing his might. I agree with that.
That showed back in 2018. He was scared. He went about that action.
Mm-hmm. And Weedy Gonzalez says he said Marquez last. Okay, I read that. And let's see what's going on. Eric says that what's good. PCB and panel. What's going on, Erica? And Dungeon Talk said Bud fans live in the past. He said he said y'all word is dumpster. He said dumpster juice just like Bud. Laugh out loud. And well, that's all they got. So you know what I'm saying? That's all they got. You know. He says
6 belts.
Dungeon Talk said Bud been clutching one damn title belt for years. Right. And it's like no matter what the reality is, they're gonna scream out his accolades from way back. Armstrong Fanatic says Bud body small and he got dropped by Cavalasis. Cut it. Cavalasis cut it. It, you know, you laugh out loud. And who is this? What's going on? Wound _ Raider 12. He says, y'all tripping, lump me up after Christmas. And Candy Slim back with it. He says, first it was let him get. Oh man, that's y'all pulling out all the great hits, Candy. You know what I'm saying? You're pulling out all the great hits. He says, Courtney Thompson says, Bud is all they. He said, Bud is all they have in Omaha. He's saying he is their pride and joy. He said that's why he won't fight EJ because he will be nothing. No, that's not true. Because you know what I'm saying, Bud, I don't care if he lose. You lost against EJ. You know what I'm saying? You didn't lose. Now if he lose against Albanesian, he gonna be fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you go out there and lose, now you lose to a top guy. You know what I'm saying? You lose to a Manny Pacquiao. That's why Thurman didn't mind fighting Pacquiao, because if he lose to him, it ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? You lose to the top of the division, it ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? That's why he won't fight Boots. You know what I'm saying? Because if you lose to somebody who, you know, ain't a champion or somebody, you know, Terrence Crawford's status is above Boots. So you can't lose to nobody whose status is lower than you. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna look bad if Evanesian just give him a good fight. He gonna look bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Eric, let me see. Quentin Thompson says, Eric Carr says Thurman and Ugas would spark anyone on Bud's resume. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, pretty much. Because he haven't fought that high of a. See, you got to look at what did they go on to do. You know what I'm saying? If you look at anybody that Terrence Crawford fought, what did they go on to do? After they fought Terrence Crawford, they wasn't shit before him, and they wasn't shit after him. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much, you know, they wasn't, you know, they wasn't no great threats. They were just belt holders. You know what I'm saying? They were just title holders. They wasn't real champions. Real champions go on to win other championships. they go on to do, great things, Um, Dungeon Talk says, but still ducking. He said Spence specifically said, he was going to get all the belts on his side and come for Buds. That's exactly what he did. You know, that's, the dude keeps his word, man. You got to really respect EJ for that, man. But these dudes here, they don't like that shit. Um, Armstrong Fanatic says, what's the excuse from him getting dropped by Green Beans? It ain't none. It's just that he ain't fighting the best competition, so his career plateaued. You know what I'm saying? He's not getting any better. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not pushing himself to fight better competition. So he's stagnated. You know what I'm saying? He can't get over that hump. So when he come across somebody still, somebody who's at the apex of their career, he gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't used to raising his level up that far anymore. Um, Candy Slim 501 says, find the link where he said, find the link where Bud said he was fighting Uga's nephew. He said, you can't do it and you just capping. He said, like the rest. And Courtney Thomas laughing, you know what I'm saying? Andre Smith says, he said, I want to know is Bomac gonna be in Crawford Corner or Keyshawn Davis because Top Rank is having a big card on that day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he still got to hang out. He ain't got no friends outside of damn Top Rank.
I like
You know
that
what I'm saying?
That's petty, Bob, right there. Bob putting Tiafimo fight on the same night as Bud fake ass card on BLK Prime.
Let me see. Let's see here. Let me see. Cash Crypto says Horn was gifted that belt. Courtney Thompson says he's going to fight AB after this. I know, man. That shit, bro. Man, stop. He said that'd be terrible, man. Dungeon Talk said, "Yep, just like Ryan." And Weedy Gonzalez said he thought Bivol was Kovalev. Mm-hmm. See, Bivol don't give a damn. He Russian and shit. Well, they both Russian, ain't they? I think they both Russian. One was in a lot of trouble. One needed a lot of money. That nigga beat up a woman and his dog, and a damn dog. You know what I'm saying? So, I said, how the hell they gonna come at Floyd Mayweather and this nigga beating up the dog too? And white people love dog. That white people love dogs. They don't give a damn about the women, but that damn dog.
You're right. It was that dog. That's what got him in trouble.
You know what I'm saying? So, they got him out of legal trouble and everything. So Armstrong Fanatic says he slipped, laugh out loud from a punch. Ruby, he got rocked, man. And let me see. Let me get down here. Okay. Dungeon Talk says he said I was going to some money when Spence beat the brakes and rotors off Bud 100. No doubt, man. He just fucked up Bud always fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford, the bum basher. You know what I'm saying? That's what Cash Crypto said. And he says, Andre Smith says, damn, my thing. He said, don't make no difference. Of them niggas can fight. He said, don't make no difference if them niggas can fight facts, right? King. All right, right. That's right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of discouraging, you know what I'm saying, to see niggas ain't keeping it real in the sport. You know what I'm saying? So, I was like, I don't know when boxing became, what I'm saying, all this shit for propaganda. You know what I'm saying? We just want to see the best fight the best, and Bud ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? He just want to make his money. Bud, Dungeon Talk said, Bud, like a dude in elementary school, talk shit, then run when he pressed. Right. You know what I'm saying? Eric I said, of course, Bud fans is with it. He said, half of them trolls follow Canelo and Ryan Garcia. And, Ryan Garcia got a damn army of motherfuckers that come out when you start talking shit about him. You know what I'm saying? Even though they know this nigga is, his whole career is capped. You know what I'm saying? Facts Judah. And he says he was beating me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Andre Smith says he want to see the money up front, like right now. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like Eddie Hearn, when he was looking at that 50 million that that Deontay Wilder had put together. Oh, they want to see the money. They got to certify the money. You know what I'm saying? They got, you know what I mean? Shit is like, get out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. And so Andre Smith says he wanted to see the money up front right now. He said Anthony Parker said, I see the dude buckle up and say something about the PBC not giving Bud any guarantee money up front. If that's true, you know what I'm saying, where they do that at? So I see the dude buckle say something. Now, I mean, why is people getting tied up in this business shit? You see what I'm saying? It's like they give them a projection of what they're going to get paid. You know what I'm saying? So why negotiate in public about the business structure of the deal unless you're trying to create a smoke screen so you can duck up out of this fight? You see what I'm saying? How they set the shit up, because none of them was talking about after they got into it the first time about, you know what I'm saying, negotiating in public. But then of course Bud is gonna put out he's getting no guarantees. He start coming out with bullshit. See, this dude never intended to fight, y'all. That's just it. Just is what it is, you know. He just never intended to fight. You know what I'm saying? Dungeon Talk. Excuse me. Dungeon Talk says Porter dad even said Porter didn't train for Bud. I know they know that shit too. He said Cash Crypto said half a trained Porter. Did y'all see the commercial for BLK Prime?
No, I didn't see it.
Let me bring that shit up, y'all. Let me see. Y'all got to see this shit. This shit is crazy.
Which one you talking about, Paul?
I don't know. Shit, I only seen one.
Look, Paul, hey, before you, you know what I think about when I think of BLK Prime? Y'all remember that episode of Martin where Tommy was telling everybody, y'all always asked Tommy where he worked. So he said, yeah, man, y'all been on my job before. You remember you dropped me off before? He said, shit, Tommy, I dropped you off on the street. They had a white building across the street from a black building. That's all I seen. That's what BLK Prime is. BLK Prime, that's what Tommy off Martin work at.
Here it is.
He got the chest.
Pay-per-view.
Can't play the music.
That dumb ass nigga know how to play no damn chess.
Isn't that crazy? That's the promo right there. So I mean, how you gonna be an inspiration for these two?
That's sad.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, how? Because you know, Shakur Stevenson is total opposite.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of what his philosophy? You know, just fighting for money. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the bullshit live stream.
But look at that body posture. That's the body posture of somebody who about to lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He got the flashcards ready.
Uh-huh.
He look like straight fucking.
He all hunched over. You know he lying, bro, because Terrence Crawford is a fighter, bro. They body language is not a hunched over. You see what I'm saying? Fighters usually had a head up and chest out. He came on chest hunched up, bro. I'm big on body language, bro.
Slow blinking ass nigga.
Yeah. That's not confident body language.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Reels tagged.
What's this page?
I don't know why that shit blinked like that. Oh, it must have went by. So yeah, man, you know, here's the poster for the fight. But see, people saying the shit ain't scheduled. I was looking at Rick Williams today, and they said the shit ain't even on the schedule at this Chi Healthcare Center.
You know what's crazy? I looked on there, and it's scheduled as a I was looking at that calendar. It's scheduled like a private event. I don't understand. It's a private event, so I mean, I don't know if they still. I don't know. It's confusing. It don't sound right.
Let's see. Let's look up David Avenesian. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the hell he look like. This nigga ain't, you know. Let's look up this nigga here, David Avenesian.
Crawford said he a tough fight. He a tough fighter.
Shit, do this shit the lazy way. Instagram. Does he have an Instagram?
Probably don't.
Let's see. Oh, that's when he beat my boy over there. Yeah, that's when he beat his head down.
Who you talking
about? Jeff Ward, I think that's his name. Kelly, no, Jeff Kelly. That's his name.
Josh
Jeff
Kelly.
Josh Kelly, yeah. He was beat, yeah. Now, I don't want to show too much of that before they fucking flag my shit. You know what I'm saying? They be tripping.
Man, I want to know what made him. How did David Avenesian even come in the picture? That's what I'm curious about.
Well, from what I understand, they've been on this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? That this has been, they've been negotiating this shit for a while. Because, you can't make a fight that fast, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know what he said. Porter said he was thinking retirement before Spence. No, it's actually a video out there that BFTB just put when Porter was on his podcast, and he said that after the Spence fight, he wanted to tell his dad that he was done fighting. Yeah, you should go check that out, Candy Slim.
This dude made Falumaloon Bud ass shit. You know what I'm saying?
Look at that. Bud might get caught.
Yeah, he might Falumaloon his ass. Look at this shit. That's just like Green Machine, right?
Oh, I can't see the video.
What the problem said?
Huh?
I'm looking at what Courtney Thompson said. It said EJ say Frank not fighting Chris because Chris coach say he not ready and he out of shape. I knew that shit. I knew that one. After I saw how that boy, what his name is, Hector Garcia, beat Chris Colbert, Frank Martin would have killed him.
Yeah.
Chris Colbert was not ready for Frank Martin, period, bro. After I seen how Hector did him, man, that dude he was never ready for Frank Martin.
Tell me I must break my opponent. This nigga here for to get knocked the fuck out.
So he must break his opponent. Man, yeah, I was saying, man, if Bud ain't careful, he gonna get caught. And you know how he is, man. So he's not the best as far as defense.
Yeah, he could get his ass knocked out.
Yeah, he got that stated ass
David Avenesian ain't really been saying.
That's all they gonna say. That's all they gonna say. He gonna knock out Avenesian. Man, he great, man. He just knocked out another one, but y'all not even looking at the level of competition. That nigga like LeBron in the fourth quarter, man. That nigga patched dead, man.
Yeah. They gonna hype, they gonna hype it up when he knock him out.
David Avenesian. There he is, folks.
You Sean don't want to see Frank Martin either. Y'all heard what he said. Talking about something, man, y'all bringing my name up. Man, I'm new, man. This and that, yada, yada, yada. Shit, Frank Martin knew. Why you acting scared now? You the one who tried to, all EJ said was Frank Martin is really like that. You came out and opened up your mouth, but at the same time, you started backtracking. Man, I don't know why y'all saying my name. You basing so many ways saying you're not ready for Frank Martin. So why you commenting on that man's name, and at the same time, you're not confident in fighting him yet? You shouldn't have said nothing. Which really, to me, it ain't no excuse because shit, Frank Martin knew just like you knew. It ain't like he got years of experience over you.
Yeah, and you've been talking, so You was talking on Twitter,
he
so you
got
should
a
start getting ready then.
he got a little bit of hand speed. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of hand speed.
You
Okay,
talking
he
about
got a little
usage?
bit. Look at him.
Oh, we can't see it, Pooh. I don't know if you we can't see
Oh,
it.
you can't see it? You can't see it? You
No, we
couldn't
can't
see it
see it.
before? Oh shit, what happened? Did y'all see it before?
Nah, we ain't see it the whole time you've been
Nope.
watching. We ain't see it.
Oh shit, I thought y'all was watching with me. Y'all see it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that Ryan Garcia. That shit don't mean nothing in the fight. That's that Ryan Garcia bullshit right there. You ain't selling me with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought y'all was on with me, man. I done been to all these damn different.
Y'all ever notice how everybody's hands look fast when they swinging at nothing?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just looking at the head movement. Look at the head movement and look how he moving and shit.
He ain't gonna do none of that in the fight. They all be doing shit like that.
You know, that's why Derrick James is so special, man, because he actually work on stuff that you're gonna do in the actual fight.
Facts. That's why y'all heard him say he don't train EJ and them to throw combinations. Like he don't believe in that. He don't believe in just see how you throwing all them punches. That shit not gonna come to you like that in the fight. Ain't no guarantee all them punches gonna line up for you in the fight. So practicing it ain't gonna help you.
Yep. I remember when Mean Machine knocked him out bad though.
You talking about Ebenezer?
Yeah.
Y'all see that right there? Y'all see that?
Yeah, I like how he try to make it rough. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Does his chin though? I don't know if he got a chin.
At the end of the day, bro, he a prototypical Terrence Crawford opponent, bro. Real bland and basic.
Like I said, he look like Green Machine in there, don't he?
Right. I don't know if y'all ever played games like Fight Night in the career mode, but in the career mode, when you choose your opponents, you know, they give you a list of possible people you can fight. It'd be like 5 people you can pick. And then you have like, you know, it would depend on what weight class you're in. You would have the legends. Like if you were heavyweight, you would see people like Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, but you don't have to fight them if your fighter not good enough yet. Then they give you those generic fighters that's just generated by the computer. That's who Bud been fighting. He been skipping the people with name. He fighting the computer generated fighters. You know what I'm saying? The
yeah.
See, I remember that fight right there. That's like one of the first fights I seen him fight right there. When he fought Jeff Ward right there. That was like one of the first fights I seen this nigga fight. You know what I'm saying? I mean Jeff Kelly. I keep calling the nigga Ward. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's him. That's Jeff. Let's look up his record here.
I don't think he got a chin though. Because when Mean Machine hit him, man, it looked like he almost dived out the ring.
It's a boxing record. Let's see. David Avenesian. So it's 29 wins, 3 losses, 17 KOs. He got 1 draw. And he's got a 51% KO ratio. You know what I'm saying? Age 34, Russia, 5'8", with a 68.5-inch reach. So the nigga got short arms, man.
68, yeah.
The nigga got T-Rex arms, man. Started his career in 2009, a year after Bud. Be fighting Terrence Crawford at the Chi Health Center, right? So let's look at his record.
Watching that shit, bro. Like I would not be watching it unless I stream it. Unless that's it.
So he fought Aegis Kavalauskas and lost. You know what I'm saying? Back in 2018, back in February. You know what I'm saying? 2018, February the 16th. You know what I'm saying? He fought Aegis Kavalauskas and lost. He got knocked out in the 6th round. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Lamont Peterson beat his ass by UD. You know what I'm saying? He beat his ass by UD. Right there. So he lost to Lamont Peterson. And let's see. Well, he beat Sugar Shane Mosley.
Yeah, that's the oldest version. I don't like when people, man, I feel, yeah, he probably did, bro. But, you know, a lot of people was walking through Sugar Shane Mosley toward the end.
Yeah, but I didn't know he was one of them, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, me either. That fight must have been low key. I don't even remember it.
Me neither, because nobody wasn't watching him at the end of his career. And Sugar Shane Mosley's son is getting better too. You know what I'm saying? He was looking kind of, he wasn't a chip off the old block. I tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, has anybody heard from Evander Holyfield's son since he got knocked out?
Mm-mm. Or Deontay Wilder brother, they all hanging out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about
So
him.
So that's David Avenesian. You know what I'm saying? I don't. That's David Avenesian right there, folks. You know what I'm saying? So let me catch up on some of the comments. Courtney Thomas says, in 2018, top ranked jail facility opened up Bud cell and Bud closed that shit right back up. Dungeon Talk says, he said lose to Spence, his stock goes up. You know what I'm saying? But of course, Bud don't understand stock. And Tasha Williams, what's going on, Queen? She said, I hear you guys address this no guarantee money situation. I see people mentioning it. It kind of reminds me of our government. Shaking my head. You know what I'm saying? But see, PBC business model, usually they give you a little something up front. But see, Bud don't really sell, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not looking at it that way. Bud don't sell shit. So, the PBC are trying to make money. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They're not trying to risk money. So, if EJ is okay with no guarantee and making money on the back end, that's because he sell. See what I'm saying? So he know the shit is gonna do well. You know what I'm saying? And but Bud, he can't, you know what I'm saying? He can't really step up into the sales on his end.
And you know
So
what? This is just my opinion, but I think PBC did a zero guarantee because they was like, man, y'all gonna make so much money off of just the back end. We don't even need to give y'all a guarantee because we know that this is gonna make money.
Well, my
yeah,
thing
but
is, my bad. Go
mhm.
ahead, bro.
Well, I'm gonna say, Bud, he don't believe in pay-per-view sales because the nigga he just don't sell. But yet over at BLK Prime, what I'm saying, they got $40. What's the pay-per-view sales over there? It's $40. So he must be got some outside guarantee money. You know what I'm saying? That he don't have to worry about that shit. That's why he want that deal.
My thing is, I don't understand what this whole myth coming out that the PBC don't have money and they don't pay their fighters. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, I seen what Floyd Mayweather stay. I seen his house. I seen the gym he bought from being with PBC. I seen Errol Spence house. I seen Jamil Charlo house. I never seen Terrence Crawford house. I never seen nobody from Top Rank to see how they living. But I seen how people who fight with the PBC living, and they all living good. So what is myth coming from that they not eating at the PBC? When the PBC fighters is quick to show you how they living. That's just me.
Well, I just think they just putting it out there. They're attacking the PPC, and we all know what time it is with that. You know what I'm saying? It's just that they don't want them to succeed because of who they represent. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I see it. Can't tell me no different. Anything black people build up, they're gonna try to tear down.
Yeah.
Bowley says, he says you got to listen to the old Terrence Crawford interviews. He said he complimented the UK. Yeah, I saw that one. And he said Bernie has said they want to fight Josh Taylor in the UK. TC has also talks about buying a house in the UK. Man, Bud just be saying anything, man. You can't really take anything Bud say seriously. He just be talking, just a troll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I call him King Troll. Eric R says this is something nobody says. Danny Garcia beat Jose better than Bud. He said he didn't struggle at all. You know what I'm saying? And he was closer to his injury too when he fought Bud. You know what I'm saying? He was a lot closer to that gunshot in the knee. Armstrong Fanatic says, you see Porter fight with Formello after fighting Spence. Yeah, that shit was kind of ugly, man. That shit was kind of ugly. Josh Taylor, Jack Catterall is the target for, man. Shit, he fuck around with Jack Catterall and get for Lumaloom. I'm talking about Jack Catterall be throwing them goddamn haymakers and shit. That weird ass shit he be throwing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Josh Taylor's face looking bad.
About it, bro. Bud, that's exactly who Bud would end up moving on to fight somebody like a Josh Taylor or a Catterall. That's what's next for him.
You know,
he's
because
a tough fighter.
you already see Josh Taylor don't want no more. You know what I'm saying? He don't want no more of that weird ass style that kid got. Andre Smith says, don't forget Ugas. He said that guy gave step aside money to fight EJ. He said, I forgot his name. You talking about Stanionis.
Yeah.
Mantis Stanionis. Yeah, you know, and Stanionis, he ain't no easy fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to be an EJ or Boots to beat Stanionis, you know what I'm saying? Because Stanionis tough. He got a chin, he's got defense, you know what I'm saying? And he got that pressure style and he got power. You know what I'm saying? And he keep coming straight at you. Yeah, Stanionis Bully Bull. And Courtney
Yeah.
Thompson says all this time I thought Canelo was the first. He was the first franchise belt holder, but it was Bud. That's how he been able to avoid the PBC. You know what I'm saying? So he know where his competition was. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And Candy Slim says Gamboa went on to go 12 with Tank. He said 5 years. Said after Crawford stopped him, he said y'all better recognize greatness. And Tasha Williams said now I see why Bud don't want to fight. He said if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Bud still he's in 38 deep with 29 KOs and he still need to step up fight. That don't make no damn sense. You know what I'm saying? You haven't fought nobody elite. You haven't been in there with nobody who will say, damn, this is a 50-50 fight. You know what I'm saying? Tasha Williams says, now I see. Oh, yeah, I read that. And Eric R says, Kovalev didn't get any money for Ward, too. He said he needed to take care of that diva, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? He went expensive, but that nigga trying to get that Top Chef vodka. You know what I'm saying? You know, say what's Top Chef vodka look like nowadays? It ain't Smirnoff. Definitely not Smirnoff.
No.
Say Weedy Gonzalez says Vic got jail cause of dogs. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Unless you Russian, you can beat all the dogs up you want. Um, uh, Armstrong Fanatic says, but the original Ryan Garcia. and Eric Guy says Hank Lundy would probably stop. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hank got skills like a motherfucker, bro. I mean, he's just getting old. He's just getting long in the tooth. That's all. And Slim said, Floyd told y'all this fight wouldn't happen this year. He says PBC is out of that money. That's why they put all those garbage fights on pay-per-view. Yeah, I've been hearing that. I've been hearing that narrative.
That's the dumbest shit I ever heard, bro. What? I mean, bro, I'm not saying it's impossible, but why would you expect me to believe that the PBC is out of money, but BLK Prime is the new big dogs on the block with all the money to get these fighters?
You know, people be forgetting that Al Heyman does concerts too. He's done Drake concerts and he's done Michael Jackson concerts.
And you know, I don't think David Benavidez and Caleb Plant is a trash fight. I don't think that's a
Not at
trash
all.
fight.
It's not.
I don't think that's a trash fight. That's a hell of a fight.
Everybody claimed they wanted to see Benavidez versus somebody. You know, Caleb Plant was one of them names at first. It wasn't until he got knocked out by Canelo to people pretending like he didn't exist no more.
And Tank, I know Tank don't want to fight Rolly Romero, but that's what's gonna probably end up happening because Ryan Garcia, you know, they ain't gonna make no deal with the zone no time soon. You know what I'm saying? That's what Mayweather production.
I knew that fight wasn't gonna happen when they first said it, bro. I was never sold on that. Like I take pride in not getting caught up in the stuff other people get caught up in. I knew that fight wasn't gonna happen when they first said it was. The first reason I knew it wasn't gonna happen is because Ryan Garcia don't actually want to fight somebody that can beat him up.
Right.
That's
right.
how I knew it wasn't gonna happen.
Same with Bud. You know, he don't want to fight nobody that can whip his ass. It's as simple as that. It ain't, you know, it ain't that you ain't got to go into all this Showtime ain't got no money. That nigga don't want to fight. He just turned around from the greatest fight that he could have ever had, you know. Roly says the World Cup is in a few weeks, so I'm sure fights got to push to next year. Yeah. You know, you got Christmas, you got Thanksgiving coming up. Weedy Gonzalez says PBC on Showtime also going through a corporate takeover. He said when stuff like that happens, they don't like to spend money, especially in the last quarter, in the first quarter.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It says, Slim says, Porter didn't train and Bud took it easy on him.
Yeah. Okay.
Dungeon talk laughing. And he said BLK Prime is hustle man. Where that nigga got that nigga got that kazoo. Dun, 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 dun. We pick up the pieces. I have got to put that part in now. Pick up the pieces. Drunken Dungeon Talk says he said Shakur want all the smoke. I rock. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We rock with those kind of fighters. Says Christian G says, is it true? He says Bud BLK can't use his highlight because ESPN Top Rank owned the rights. Yeah, I heard about that shit. No, I heard about that shit. That he got to pay for that shit, man. We gonna have to make it do what it do.
That's crazy.
Why BLK Prime can't pay to get them highlights to promote their shit? They got so much money. They got so much more than the PBC.
Candy Slim 501 says I like Earl, but he's 40 years old in the same division. Now niggas, he said now niggas buy the expert.
He ain't 40, man. What is he talking about?
I don't know. I mean, Marvis Hagler stayed in one division.
Bro, like that nigga, what they say, they don't talk to make sense. So you gotta, you can't. I look at this shit like gaslighting, bro. Like when Bud fans talk, I only listen to the main things they trying to say. I don't listen to everything, bro, because I'm telling these dudes to dumb you down.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Marvin Hagler stayed at one weight division, and he had all the competition, and all and fought all the top guys. As long as you fight the top guys in your division, it don't matter if you go to 8 divisions. You know what I'm saying? As long as you got good competition to fight. Now, unlike Bud, you know what I'm saying, you didn't have great competition to fight. Roy Jones Jr., if he didn't have good competition in his division, he just moved up to where where all the comp was. And see, that's the bullshit that's going on in boxing. People just trying to be safe. And sorry. Dungeon Talk says, look at his eyes. He says his eyes don't lie. He said that dude was lying. Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's what we're talking about. The body language and all the moving around, laying back. I'm like, nigga, get out of here, man. It's like you think niggas don't see that. And he says Weedy Gonzalez said Bud older than Spence Candy. And True Religion T says Bud come on there looking like ninja that was about to start lying. Exactly. Time to start the stream, man. Start the live. Time to start the live. I was like, oh man, this nigga lying.
Yeah, he lying.
I was like, so as soon as that nigga came on, I said, this nigga lying like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And let me see. Weedy Gonzalez says amnesia look like Prince. Don't he though? Man, this nigga came out here with that bullshit. Man, that nigga do look like Prince Lazzie. Did y'all see what Prince look like now, man? That nigga look like Lord Expectation, man. That nigga fat as fuck, man. That nigga look like, I'm talking about, how can a nigga who was that small be that big, bro? I was like, damn, Prince, you was like what was he, like 130?
Yeah.
130 and shit, man. Now that nigga like 300 pounds, bro. I was like,
from up north, them dudes from up north who moved to the south for 5 years and start eating food in the south.
And the thing is, it's like no matter what fight he go to, you know what I'm saying, he be capping for the UK fighter, you know what I'm saying? No matter how bad they getting their ass beat, I think they go over there. Prince, who do you think went? I think the Brits winning, so that motherfucker don't not care. That nigga is biased as hell. This is Anthony Parker says. He just sounded to me like it was wasn't confident money talk. I don't think it's money. I just think he don't want to get in there with a beast. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to get in there with a man who's training to ignore pain, training to go 20 rounds, a man who's, you know what I'm saying, courageous, you know what I'm saying, a man who's motivated, a machine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give that Rambo vibe, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That Colonel talk, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Right. You don't want to face him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just surprised he allowed him to live. You know what I'm saying? Time to talk. Let's see. Courtney Thompson says, "Damn." So EJ said, Frank not. He said, "Okay." We're talking that. Okay, he said, "Damn." To EJ say, Frank not fight Chris. He says Chris coach says he's not ready and out of shape. Laugh out loud, but Chris been talking shit all year. You know what I'm saying? So, but I got more information about um why that fight might not happen, but I ain't gonna put it out there 'cause I was asked not to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna do it. You know, so 'cause I like to keep getting inside information. So on different things, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to out nobody, you know what I'm saying, about certain, but we content creators, we get like little different things people put out there from different camps. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, they let you know things, but I can't put it out there, you know what I'm saying? But it's like this fight, um, the scheduling and all that shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have even thought of shit like that, but people be letting me know. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Bowley says Cobert's been taking early retirement for a while. Yeah, I mean he just got started. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
weird. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. He just got started for him to be, going out like that.
I think that loss he took, it broke him, bro. Because I'm not gonna lie. Nobody saw that coming, and that dude Hector Garcia wasn't playing with him, bro.
I'm surprised. It's like nobody looked up his box rec and seen that this dude had all them amateur fights and nobody looked up the shit because this dude was you could see. I mean, I'm not a matchmaker or nothing, but I could look at his record and see all the amateur fights and see he was Cuban. He came
Right.
from the Cuban school, and I was like, hey man, you need to train.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't need to fuck with this dude or just
Mm-hmm.
it's just he went in there and got Falumaloom, bullshit and think he's on another level. And that dude just brought him back down to earth. But as a young fighter, he should be able to survive this and move on. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Shit ain't, just take your ass whipping and make you better. You know?
Yep.
You know? Um Dungeon Talk says Spence said it's way better fight, and at least on paper, meaning Frank gonna smoke whoever it is. Yeah, man. Frank. He got that. He's in that EJ camp, and when you train with Spartans, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be a Spartan too. And but if you train with idiots, you're gonna be an idiot too. And I think in that Crawford camp they be having way too much fun. Um, you know what I'm saying? Over in the Aero Spence camp, they be dead serious. I'm pretty sure they have times when they have a good time, but you know what I'm saying? It's just I don't know. They just got older guys over there. You know what I'm saying? With a more mature mindset. I guess it's the trainer. You know what I'm saying? You take the lead of the trainer and you look at Derek James,
Right.
who is just one of the say I ain't gonna say he's a stern teacher, but
Right.
he's definitely about it. He said he's not Errol Spence Jr. friend like
Mm-hmm.
Bo Mac be chilling with Bud. He
Right.
he said he is not a fan of Errol Spence Jr. He's his trainer, and that's how they keep it. You know what I'm
You know what's
saying?
funny? Bowman been real quiet.
Yeah, he is.
That make a
Yeah.
lot of sense though, bro. You think about somebody like Errol Spence. I don't know if y'all know, but people who knew him personally, they like a lot of people don't realize that how alpha he is, his personality. It takes somebody like a Derek James to train Errol Spence, bro. Because if you don't have that same type of alpha energy, Errol Spence not gonna listen to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because the nigga, he had discipline problems in school. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So his dad had to snatch his ass up out of there and give him something to focus, all that alpha energy on. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
boxing was perfect for him. Wound underscore Raider 12 says grown man strength and circus strength is different. Mm-hmm. And Dungeon Talk said just what I thought. He says Ryan tactics shadow boxing. Mm-hmm. And Weedy Gonzalez says his neck bone fused. He can't look left or right,
Yeah.
straight ahead like Zordo. Oh yeah, yeah. That's another thing. We got a good fight coming this weekend. Who y'all pick in that fight
I
That
got
might be
against?
good.
Bibble.
You got
Yeah,
who?
I got Bill.
Yeah, I got Bibble too.
Mm-hmm.
Zordo's 44-0, man, against
like how
Golden Boy
Bivol.
has been hiding him.
I like
for the
how Bivol.
longest.
I like how Bivol, bro. Like he for whatever he lacking. I ain't saying he don't have skill. He got skill, but he just showed me the way he fight is. If he is lacking skill, he gonna overcome it by outworking you. He gonna throw more punches than you. That's his mindset. I'm gonna hit you more than you hit me. That's his mindset.
Well, he's got a damn great jab, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What his name? Dimitri, right? Let me see. Let's take a look at his Instagram. Bivol. I don't fucked it up. Let me see. Dimitri Bivol. Dimitri. I don't know why I can't spell all of a sudden. Dimitri. I say Instagram. Let's see. I like his style. You know what I'm saying? I really like his style. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Let's see. Let's go to his Instagram. Yeah, y'all see how I'm adding in the technology and shit?
Yeah.
Can y'all see that?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, so let's go to one of his training. Now, Bill will be training because I done made videos from his Instagram. Let's see. I have made videos from his Instagram. Let me see, because he got quite a few ways he's just kind of hitting the bag. He's a training ass dude. Let me see. Cause I was on here earlier today. Let's see. Nah, that ain't a good one. Let's see. He's showing his hand speed. This one here, I think, where he was kicking out Canelo ass, I believe. Oh, that ain't Canelo. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. That ain't even showing. Nope. Cancel. Go back. Okay. Let me see. Bivol. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There we go. See. So he got a damn good accurate jab. That was fucking up Canelo right there.
Right.
That was see that you see he could put some combinations together and he's quick.
Right.
You see that? I mean, he can throw it from a distance very straight and accurate and stiff.
His hands is pretty fast too.
That's gonna keep a motherfucker off you. Look at that. Timing. He's changing it up. You know what I'm saying? Without effort. You know what I'm saying? And he can move. He's light on his feet. Jab. Nice. I don't think Zordo good now. Don't get me wrong. Zordo reach is longer than his. And he has a good jab. You know what I'm saying? He got power. Zordo got power too.
Is Zordo European too, or what?
No, he's Mexican.
Oh, he's Mexican? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I ain't really.
He is Mexican.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not hype about this fight.
So you see that?
Yeah, we can see it.
I think it's gonna be damn good. Look at them hooks. You know what I'm saying? He's really good, bro. Look at how he feinting and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's a good boxer, bro.
I think Beaver.
You know look at that.
He's good, but I think he good to the point where I think he fighting, lower competition. I think he good enough to. We're not gonna see how good he is until he fights somebody better.
Well, that Zordo is it. I mean, and the other person is just a physical phenomenon. You know what I'm saying? Arthur Beterbiev. Now that's gonna be a crazy fight if he beat Zordo. It'll be more exciting for Zordo to fight because he's just gonna box Beterbiev. He's not gonna stand in front of Beterbiev. You see right now how he moving. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna stand in front of no Beterbiev. But Zordo, he's a pressure fighter. Let's see what Zordo look like. You see that he got that speed. See, Canelo couldn't fuck with none of that. Let's see. See what Zordo look like. Zordo Ramirez. Okay. Let me see. There we go. So that's that nigga, you know what I'm saying, at the face off right there. You know, he look like he in top shape.
When's Jamel fighting?
Next year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he fight next year. Early next year. For some reason, that nigga always stick to the early part of the year to fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You forget all about his damn fight. Let me see. Now that's his move right there. Going to the body, he'll body snatch.
We can't see it, boy.
I have it. Let me see. He'll body snatcher. Let me see. Sharing my screen. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Now that's his shit right there. He'll slip the left, you know what I'm saying, and go to the body.
Yeah, I like that. I like that sneaker shit like that. He sneak it in there.
Mm-hmm. That's his shit right there. That's his bread and butter. Now he got other skills too, but that's just what he working on right here. And he got power with that shit. He be breaking motherfuckers down with that shit. Let's see. They just getting a little. They slowed that one down. So he be training hard too. He's a hard training dude. So he been around for a long time. 44 fights. You don't just get 44 fights. You know what I'm saying? He fought Sullivan. I think he fought Sullivan. Let me see. Everybody fought Sullivan.
So is this for a belt? This fight for a belt or something or what?
Yeah, it's for the WBA.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is for the WBA. And because Arthur Beterbiev got the other 3 belts.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Beterbiev need to do something in. I mean, I keep hearing so much about him. I think he a good fighter, but I mean, shit, he need to start fighting people too. Then I'm ready to see you fight. You know, you need to go fight Beaver or somebody.
Yeah, Beaver. That's the only. All roads lead to him because he got all the fucking belts.
I wonder what Canelo gonna fight next because I don't see Canelo fighting the top elite fighter no more. I don't see it.
But he really trapped though. He really trapped.
Yeah. And see, this is what the 3rd eliminator. You know what I'm saying for David Benavidez. This is like his 3rd eliminator. You know what I'm saying? They've been giving him to run around so damn long. This nigga done fuck around and fought 3 eliminators.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They become the WBC, you know what I'm saying, interim champion. Look at Oscar here. That's his fighter. See, he been wanting. See, this is the dude that Canelo ducked at super middleweight. This is why he don't want to fight Mexican fighters. It wasn't because of David. It was because of this dude.
Oh, Zerto. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I still think Beaver gonna get him though. I think Beaver gonna get the Zerto, bro.
See what he look like. See how that nigga big, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga ripped. That nigga is ripped. So I'm telling you, it's gonna be an excellent fight tomorrow. Don't miss that shit. Tell me you ain't excited about it. This shit gonna be good.
Yeah, I was looking at if he's body shot, if he can work that body like you say, because you know when you work the body, bro, you stop all that moving around. You know, them fighters that like to move can't move a lot once you've been working their body the whole fight.
Yeah.
Look how big he's 6.
That's
He's
fetch.
like 6. Look at 6'2.5", I believe. Look at 6'4", something like that. Look how big he is, bro.
He's a tall dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gonna impose his size. He gonna try to impose his size on Bivol.
Hey, don't
Yeah.
do Morrell? Don't Morrell fight too?
Yeah, he fight tomorrow too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's look up Ramirez box rec. Let's look at his damn, because he got 44 fights, so I can already tell you he got some motherfuckers in there. Let's see, box rec.
Yep.
Let's see.
Too.
Let me share my screen. And
Oh, I thought you was.
No, I'm just going to box rec just to look at his record. Just take a peek at his record. 44
Zorro.
wins, 0 losses, and 30 KOs, right? This nigga is 6'2.5", and he got 75-inch reach. 44 bounce, southpaw, age 31, out of Mexico, right? So
44
this dude right here, Unisky Gonzalez, that was a good fight because he knocked down your boy. And see,
he got some
you're
power,
right.
man.
And Sullivan Barrera, that's the one Andre Ward beat. You know what I'm saying? He knocked down Sullivan Barrera. He didn't knock him out, but he beat him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Sullivan Barrera, that was a pretty good Cuban fighter. Both of these are Cuban fighters. And Jesse Hart was a good fight for him. That's when he moved up to light heavyweight. This Jesse Hart guy is the first moved at light heavyweight. Let's see. And Arthur Abram, that's the one of the dudes who was in the Super Six that Andre Ward beat. And looked like he just won by UD. You know what I'm saying? So he's had a couple of good little. If he beat Arthur Abram, he's pretty good. So yeah, he had a lot.
That's who you got tomorrow, Pool. You got Zerto.
No, I think Bivol will pull it out, but he can't play. He can't stay in that pocket with Zordo. But I could see Gilbert sticking in that body. You know what I'm saying? Giving them damn body shots, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a problem. He's gonna have to stay away from Zerto. You know what I'm saying? Bivol box rec. Let's see what his box rec look like. Cause let's see, Dimitri Bivol box rec. So let's see. So he only got 20 fights.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? And he got 11 KOs. He's got 55% knockout ratio, age 31, 6 foot, 72-inch reach. And he's, of course, from some shit I can't pronounce, some bullshit ass place in Kazakhstan or whatever that is. And let's see. So yeah, he beat Canelo and Joe Smith. There's a name. You know what I'm saying? He beat Joe Smith.
Oh, yeah, he did fight Joe Smith.
The pound. Yeah, Joe Smith Jr. That's the one who knocked Bernard Hopkins out of the ring. Of course, when he was old, now about 50 years old, of course. And I'm not even exaggerating. That shit is like real. Then he beat Jean Pascal. You know what I'm saying? He beat Jean Pascal. I didn't even know Jean Pascal had moved up to light heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? He beat Jean. That's a name. And Isaac Chiliba, or whatever how you say that. He was a good fighter too. And there you go. You got Sullivan Barrera. So they both beat Sullivan Barrera. They got a common opponent. So he beat him mostly by UD, but he TKO'd Barrera. He knocked out Barrera. You know what I'm saying? Barrera is he's a tough Cuban. He just walk around with his chin in the air too much. You know what I'm saying? So he's a good little fighter, you know what I'm saying? This Trent Broadhurst was his first, you know what I'm saying, how he got the interim, the WBA interim belt. You know what I'm saying? He knocked this dude out in like the first round. So, that's how he came on the scene. You know what I'm saying? That's how he came on the scene. So, so he don't have that many fights. So, anytime you have these folks that look like, they got the complexion for the protection, they put them on the fast track.
Yep.
But that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow, So, don't sleep on that fight, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna wrap it on up, you know what I'm saying, and come on, because we're gonna come back tomorrow with the fight, you know what I'm saying, and we're gonna we're gonna cover the fight. I'm gonna get me something to drink. I'm gonna get me some Crown Royal and Coke, you
Oh
know what I'm
man, you ready?
saying?
You're gonna be live.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it in. Let me read some of these comments because I know I've been in my, boxing head mode here. Let me see. Let me read some of these comments. He said he's leave. Oh, Dungeon Talk said he's leaving himself exposed though, and he says, "Man, that nigga fool." He said, "Man, that nigga fool." Wee Gonzalez says, "Fight night was great." He said, "Undisputed Beta look good. Don't look good as old ass fight night." Oh, he's talking about video games and shit. Let's see. He said Bud won every second and stopped Horn. He said the same Horn who gave Pacquiao that work. And Weedy Gonzalez said, I honestly got to look up David Avanesian. He said, them Eastern Union can sneak up on folks. Yeah, that's why I said if Green Machine was able to drop Bud, this dude here, he got that same kind of flavor to him. You see what I'm saying? And he could knock Bud ass on out. You know what I'm saying? So Dungeon Talk said, Spence said, Al set his fighters up for life after boxing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole thing. That's why EJ father and EJ said they went with him because he talked about the future. And he says, Weedy Gonzalez says, I don't know, bro. He got chested up by Beterbiev, what his name? Butiev. He said when he beat him. And let me see. Let me go down here. He said Al Heyman wants this on Fox. There's no way that it's. Well, Al Heyman wants this on Fox. It's way more money made on Fox, right? So they don't just have Showtime, to choose from. He's Bully says Ryan Garcia hasn't even headlined a pay-per-view yet. He said they coming in flossing Instagram numbers. He said Ryan didn't even fight Haney when it was mandatory, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right. He damn sure hauled ass. And I remember Devin Haney confronting him, and he told me, "I want to fight Tank." And everybody said, "Let's go, Tank." All this bullshit. I'm like, this dude here is full of shit. And Dungeon Talk says, Shakuros has the right manager on his team, Jay Prince Sr., but he needs to stay away from Jay Prince Jr. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, the business is kind of ugly. He said, Weedy Gonzalez he says, Keyshawn Davis predict the plant KO over Derek. Darrell says, so, you know what I'm saying? Wayne Jr. says, what you say?
No, I was reading that comment.
Oh, Wayne Jr. says Bud looks like Glover over Sesame Street on his line. Grover over great. Wait, he said Bud look like. Oh yeah. He said Bud looked like Grover off Sesame Street on his line. And Courtney Thomas says for this dude to have ties to be okay, it's just crazy. He said and he said that is still reporting about another company, and they wonder why they wonder why he hasn't been getting all the negativity ever since.
All right.
And Weedy Gonzalez says Zordo got a puncher's chance if he worked the fuck out the body. Yeah. And I think that's his whole thing. He's gonna try to slow down Bivol. You know what I'm saying? And Bivol, man, he's hard to deal with from range. But even though Zordo got a longer reach, so he got him by 3 inches, 75-inch, and your boy Bivol got 72-inch reach. So, but depending on how you use it, he can negate that. So Courtney Thompson says, laugh out loud. He was saying the fight didn't happen because Al don't believe in EJ making money. He said, don't believe in EJ making money. He said, yet Bud just told the world. Al said that if you take the fight, EJ will move on and continue making 8 figures. Right. EJ is the man in the money seat. He's the cash cow. when Zordo don't work to the, he said when Zordo don't work the body as much in the head hunt, he gets caught with counters to the face. Yeah, he says Uniski Gonzalez cut him bad. Yeah, them first 4 rounds was fucking dynamic, man. That dude was built like a goddamn MMA monster or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I said that dude is, whew, he knocked him out. I think in the 10th, somewhere up in there. I think Zordo ended up, but Zordo fucked up for a second. Um, Yuniski Gonzalez is now fighting on free PBC YouTuber free fights. Let me see. Did I read that fucked up? Let me see. He says Yuniski Gonzalez now fighting on free PBC YouTube free fights in Morale undercards. Yep. He says I'm a big fan of boxing. He said I try to be as unbiased as possible. You know what I'm saying? Your bias is your bias. It don't
Yeah.
matter. You know what I'm saying? Just admit your bias and just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and then let the chips fall where they may, because you're gonna be biased even if you don't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be looking at these people crazy. I was like, nigga, you still biased. You just ain't telling nobody. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're gonna leave it right there because we're gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what time the fight is tomorrow, but I'll sure to you know what I'm saying, notify everybody when I come on. We'll watch the fight. You know what I'm saying, together and talk shit, and I'll be getting drunk and stuff. So you know what I'm saying, we'll be talking mad shit while we on here. You know what I'm saying? So, I appreciate, all my people for coming through. Charles Young, saying he's always dedicated coming through. And Weedy Gonzalez, hey man, it's good to see you, man. Join the channels, hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? We all family here, even my bud dick riders, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They cool too, you know what I'm saying? Because they always come back, and that's what's up. I didn't hand out no rich this day. I was so trying to, you know, use my technology today, so I didn't think about my wrenches, but we'll hand them out tomorrow anyway. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Wayne Jr., to Courtney Thomas as always, and Bo, and you know what I'm saying, Candy Slim 501, always an honor, bro. And Dungeon Talk, Wound underscore Rider 12. I appreciate everybody coming through, and we'll be back tomorrow, when the fight hit, you know what I'm saying? And just come on back through Full Counter Boxing, you know what I'm saying? And smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and like I say, y'all, law don't go around here, law dog. You savvy. See you guys tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, for the fight. So Zordo versus Demetrius Bivol, you know what I'm saying? And get, how you drink and stuff, your weed or whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? See you guys then. Peace.